It
you
sure
know?
is. Um, first off, I want to say, what's the name of that kid that passed on 225th?
Oh, HK Quran.
HK Caron. All right.
My God.
I'm gonna be so real with you on that. Me and him, we never actually, we never actually hit it off, and I saw him a couple of times, and I don't know if he acknowledged me or whatever. I saw him when I think I was doing taxi on 220. I think I saw him down by 213. But I want to say rest in peace to him. And we shouldn't. I've said this before, and I'm gonna say this again. We shouldn't acknowledge people when they're no longer here. We should
No.
acknowledge them when they're here or not. And this is why sometimes I get at you when I make contact with you and I don't hear from you. I mean, yeah, you could send a text message and stuff like that, but you could also say, "Hey, what's up?" Not liking a post don't mean you're communicating. You gotta communicate regardless, just to say, "Hey, what's up?" Send a text message. Hey, what's up? You good? You straight? How's the family? Because I understand everybody is busy, and that's fine. So we should acknowledge people while they're here, where we could give them their
Yeah,
flowers.
that's big facts. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? And I spoke about this, and I'm speaking about it again, and I'm gonna be saying it till the end of time. And I'm very big on that because, especially when it's people that you were brought up around the way. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the situation was, why what happened to him, and I wouldn't wish that on anybody. I don't wish that on nobody, even if I don't get along with the person or not. You know
But
what I'm
yeah,
saying? So
like when as we grow older, you know what I'm saying, from when we was youths and everything, people go different vibes, different directions. You know what I'm saying? Like the type of shit he was on, I'm no longer on that kind of stuff.
True.
And I don't.
Everyone,
I go to work.
everyone has their own separate path in life that they take. We
Yeah,
all,
yeah,
all don't take, we all don't travel on the same journey. So
right.
unfortunately, some people outgrow each other. Is you know, is nothing purpose. It's not to be spiteful, but we
Like,
all take different paths in life. Unfortunately,
yeah, it's not like I'm not trying to reach out to certain men and whatever. It's just that like the type of shit they on is you know what I mean. I'm not on that, so you know what I mean. When we link up or whatever. But you know what I'm saying? It's crazy because I just spoke to him like a week prior to that, and
um,
a link to his music video, and I was like, "Yo, big up, yo, that joint was nice," and I even posted it on my page. You
he's
know,
rapping.
yeah, you know what I'm
Oh,
saying.
okay,
So
okay.
I just spoke to him. I was like, "Yo, you know what I'm saying." He asked me for some beats and all that. I said, "Yo, we soon link up," and then you get murdered.
the
Yeah,
Bronx is getting too hot, man. Honestly, the Bronx is getting too hot.
yeah. Nobody ain't gonna do the the fist to fist shit no more. You say some crazy shit to some of these little niggas, they're gonna come out with the guns, and that's why people might think like just because you walk away from something, you a coward or you a pussy or something like that. It's not that. It's just you just not on that. If it comes to you, you gotta do what you gotta do. You do what you gotta do. Me, I got a bat in the car, so I'm gonna hit niggas and I'm out, and you ain't gonna see me back on that spot again. But being in the streets and dealing with people sometimes it could go left. You could cut a nigga off and the nigga probably pull out a gun and try to shoot you.
But see, that's the whole thing. The guy supposedly that shot him was the dude that he beat up the night before.
Right.
Oh,
So the guy basically pretty much
retaliated.
no, he watched him. He had to watch him and then he pull up because he wouldn't have to just be there just to be there. You got to know that this is his location. He should be around
Um,
here about this time, whatever.
maybe
You
that's
know?
maybe since that's somebody that he knows is obviously they know that's your chill spot.
Right. So the enemy, when they're coming, they always try to map your whole thing out. That's why sometimes it's best to just walk away, man. Like sometimes I say this shit to people and and they start blowing up and I'm like, is this the same person I knew before? And I just be like, you know what, man, you got it. Say what you say. It's all good. Anyway, I want to say rest in peace to him, and I want to talk about this cuties video.
I haven't
Like
seen
you know,
Honestly,
don't watch it. You watch it, I block you. Don't even
honestly,
don't
I
watch that
haven't
shit.
seen it. I haven't seen it. I've just seen that it was all over Facebook and people having a controversial um opinion on of it. And I'm assuming that if it has to do with little kids being shown in a certain type of way, I don't really want to see that.
who is Cuties. I don't even know who that is.
Cuties is it's it's about these kids. I think they're like 11, and
Not in that.
they're doing raunchy shit in the preview from what I saw. And the reason why I watched the preview is because I'm trying to have something that I could actually build off. A lot of people is saying like cancel Netflix, but somebody actually brought up a very important topic to me where they said I'm not gonna say their name because I'm not trying to be under fire or anything of the sort. I'm gonna
Yeah.
tell you what they say. They said, one second, where is it? Where is it? Yeah. Where is it? Okay. So she said, um, actually, I invited her on it. She said, well, I have a daughter to dancing is kind of derogatory considering the age. Maybe if they had more clothing on, it wouldn't look that bad. She also said, but the parents need to be blamed for giving the rights to the broadcasting company because remember, you got to approve your kids for them to be in the video. But some people they'll stoop low to get a bag. Um, she says also, which she drives a very valid point. She said canceling for poor parenting skills. People are weirdos. It's like blaming the devil for being evil. Remember, they have to get sign off from the
Parents.
parents in order for them to be in the video. But
Right.
if you're a parent and you see your kid out there twerking, I'll probably kick my daughter down.
Facts.
Like,
But
like,
I'm gonna
like
assume that the parents already knew, like what was coming. Like, for example, you mean to tell me that you didn't bring them to practice? Stuff like that. They always have practice, rehearsals where they want to make sure that everything is done correctly before they release it to the public.
right, because
So, so
they're
I'm
trying to
saying that
get
as a
so.
parent, exactly. So as a parent, I'm pretty sure you sat there. You must have at least dropped them off to practices and said, "Okay, let me watch and see what's going on, what's happening." And you mean tell me the entire time in the practice you didn't find nothing wrong with that at all?
Well, it's just like you have, this reminds me of this movie reminds me of, you remember that song Tony Matarana, Dirty Wine,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
and 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 you see a kid flashing her fingers, spinning her head, doing Dirty Wine. It's the same thing.
Listen,
It's the same thing.
welcome
Or
to
or or if she's dancing at fuck, or it's
wel-
not much of a difference.
welcome to Jamaica.
And
Look at that joke.
start at home. If you know that your parents is gonna box you down for doing
Don't do
things, you know what I mean? Of course, you ain't gonna make it reach live video or nothing, so your parents can see it because you have to deal with them. See what I'm saying? So it already tells me that the parents was comfortable with them doing it anyway.
Right, because they're trying to get a bag.
Yeah,
And yeah, they're trying to get a bag. Most niggas is licky licky, and they'll sell their kids. They'll
it.
sell their kids for what you call. It's the same thing with the R. Kelly situation.
It was
These parents
exploit.
used to just give them their kids and be like, turn him in a star. And like when he busts them, then they're like, oh, R. Kelly, this is. But you basically signed off on that.
Honestly, the whole thing with R. Kelly, I know for a fact those parents knew exactly what was going down.
This is
I
the
don't
same
care
thing with
what
this
you
show.
say.
It's
You
the same
knew
thing with
what that man had intention for your little girl. He's spitting and peeing on your child, and you mean tell me you were okay with that?
and it ain't even
same.
that. It's like, why are you gonna make your young child go with a grown man?
Ass man.
And like automatically, that's supposed to be a no no.
Yeah.
Right. but they have to get the go from the parents, because if the parents is saying, all right, like, don't say anything, you know what I'm saying, remember, the child don't know no better, so the child is gonna go with, it's just like when a child says, um like, okay, they're gonna be gay, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's just say they're gonna be gay, right? That child is not at that age to be like to make a decision, because you ask a kid, what do you want, and they'll tell you 20 different things. They're not in that right state of mind of maturity. When even sometimes, even us adults, we're not, we make decisions and sometimes we don't even follow through with it, because we get so bombarded with everything. But as a child, you're not able to make a responsible decision, you know what I'm saying? And if your parents is pushing you into stuff like that, that's just like they're basically selling their kids for ashes,
Yeah.
because Netflix is gonna make millions and millions of dollars and views off this project, while they can't even sue, because I'm pretty sure they got their paperwork and everything straight. You know what I'm saying? So if they have their paperwork straight, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of stuff that they're gonna do to make sure that they protect their hide.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I
You know what
agree.
I'm saying?
I agree. But that being said, it still ain't right.
So many
No,
parents.
it's never right. It's That's never right on under any circumstances. That's never right.
Right.
But like I'm saying, like it just shows you like how, and they have a black girl that's, I mean, I don't care if it's a black or white or whatever, black girl that's basically like the leader of all of them, right? And I saw somebody said this in a comment. They said they're gonna pretty much put the L in the LGBTQ, and they're gonna probably put the P in it pretty soon.
I don't know
They're
what no.
gonna, the letters like,
I
uh,
know, but
th-
every day is a new one, and you know what I mean. People just having identity problems. That's all that is to me.
pretty much. And as you can see, they passed that the the law in California about pedophiles. They're gonna get like a lesser
Sometimes.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, all these stuffs are happening, and when I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not trying to disrespect nobody, but like, I'm trying to bring awareness to things that's going on, and I'm trying to communicate with the community that's on my feed, right? And I'm trying to tell people, and it's like all these stuff is happening, and people are afraid to speak up about it. You're not bashing anybody. You're not saying, "Oh, f this, that," but I'm just saying, be conscious, be aware of what's going on in your community, because these stuff is happening under the quiet, and nobody's not saying anything. That's what I'm trying to say.
See, a lot of people scared to talk because they feel like they're gonna be targeted by the haters and whoever. You know what I mean? Because like with the whole Me Too movement thing, like all that. Look how many people. When one woman say something happened to her, then everybody jump on it. All the women, Terry Crews. This
Yeah,
a grown man with muscles and everything, and he's an ex-football player and all of that, right? You wait till the women them come out about sexual abuse and all them type of thing before you say, "Man, touch your hood." All these years, now you want to say something like, "Yo, I lose respect for that man." Like, oh,
I don't even rock with him no more. Like I've been,
jump on
he's like,
wagon. Like, why you jump on bandwagon? It's about women. It ain't about men. Men
Oh, good.
more strong
yeah.
than a woman can, and these women were being taken advantage of. And you want to jump up? Me too. Me too. Like, go
I
sit
guess he felt ashamed. I guess he was afraid to confess. Let's be real. This here. In reality, men do get sexualized and preyed upon, rape and all type of stuff. Such as young boys who just it is equally just the same as how young girls get preyed on.
Yeah.
Young men get the same thing too. The difference is though, whenever a young man or a grown man speak up on it, they get judged harder than a woman. And that's just the reality of it. You understand me?
True.
Society make it seem like, oh, man is not supposed to speak up when they get hurt. Oh, man up.
Right, right.
A young boy get raped. It's it's
But
nothing.
it all also depends on the individual because some men will come out like the actor boy Corey Haim or Feldman or whatever his last name was. He came out and said, you know what I'm saying, he was being sexually assaulted in Hollywood. But then you got certain men who won't say nothing like Terry Crews until he has an audience and people standing beside him, and then all of a sudden, yeah, me too.
Yeah,
That's all I'm saying. I'm not
exactly.
saying that, men are supposed to say something. You know what I mean? It happens to them too. But don't use that Me Too movement as a platform
Yeah.
to jump on the bandwagon, and you know what I'm saying? Because you could have been said something, and you know,
I think the reason why they do that is because they're I'm more than likely gonna say they're afraid. Because if you rub the wrong person wrong, they're gonna pretty much say, "Oh, um, I'm blackballed," or I shouldn't have said that. Now you rub the wrong person wrong. They'd be like, you know what? We're not gonna promote this person. You know what I'm saying? Don't give this person no whatchamacallit. So from that standing point, I kind of could see, but he should have said something right then and there. It would have worked much better that way. When you do it, when everybody's doing it, you look like you're following.
right.
Just like Kevin Spacey, not to be off track, whatever. He was at his all time high. He was on House of Cards, and the minute that kid came out, game over,
Yeah.
game over.
But see, it's
So
like that. But a lot of them will sacrifice the integrity for the Hollywood dollars. So now, if the executive of the studio or whatever come grope you up and you claim you're not gay, right? And you have a
right,
problem with that, and man grope up your hood, you know what I'm saying? And you don't say nothing because you don't want to get blackballed or whatever, you know what I mean? Then it's like, so this will happen again and continuously happen because the person who did it feels comfortable that they can do it because when they did it the first time, you didn't say nothing.
You know that too, and I think a lot of men feel embarrassed and feel like nobody would believe them. It's kind of like when you have a lot of young boys, getting sexually harassed, raped by them grown ass women. How many times? And let's be realistically here, y'all around y'all homies and y'all friends. I know, and I'm some people talking, but I say, oh, that that boy's about 15 years old.
Mm.
Oh yeah, I just did it. I just did something with a 30-year-old lady.
But you see,
Nah. Yeah, I know that shit ain't right. Nah. Let's look at you. You about to say that's different. It ain't different because I guess what?
no,
If
don't
your
get me wrong, it's not
15-year-old daughter coming
different,
to you and tell you that a 30-year-old man come at daddy, that 30-year-old man did this.
but it, you kind of big up yourself if you were a 15-year-old boy and a 30-something-year-old woman you get something from. So it's not like, oh, she raped me. You're gonna go to your
Nah.
brethren.
But see, the thing is though, not every male is gonna feel that way about bigging up themselves. Not every male. Sometimes you get sexually harassed and preyed upon. What if it's a 30-year-old woman your ass don't even like?
Yeah,
It,
yeah.
that ain't cool. You know, it's kind of same way if your 15-year-old, 14-year-old daughter come to you like, daddy, that 37-year-old man touched me, and did something to me in there. You're not expecting her to pick up herself.
Right, right.
You trying to find out where the hell he live at, because
Yeah.
it's,
Mm,
it's the same thing when your little boy come to you like, hey, mommy, I have many male friends, as you can see for Brooks too.
mm.
He's been a family friend for a long time. And I'm saying that, like, I have many male friends that I have spoken with who I have, and you ask them, dudes, what age you lost your virginity? Oh, I lost it at 12 years old. It was to my 30-year-old babysitter.
Yeah, yeah. It's sad to say that, but
Nah.
most of us guys, you know what I mean, And
So
normally it was our age range or older or whatever. But you know, but I don't know. Me coming up, it was different. It was like, man, give me, books it. And you know what I mean? But for female now, we look at it different because the innocence of a woman, and a man is stronger than a woman and can overpower, and so that's why I think it's looked more harshly towards a woman than it is a guy.
look actually to as a woman, because as a woman, I'm speaking the fact that if I hire you to watch my little boy, and I'm hearing that you're grown 30 something, almost 40-year old, 40 ass raping my son. It's I wouldn't be mad. I would be mad if I find out my young son is doing something with a girl his own age.
Mm,
Not saying that he's not gonna hear my mouth, but at
yeah,
the same time, I'm not, yeah.
mm,
But for a 40-year-old woman, I left you my child in your in your care, and you can do that to my child as a mother to be. I don't think I'm being too. Oh,
right,
my son didn't know, because I'm finding you, and you better pray the cops find you before I find you. I'm taking it highly disrespectful, as if you was a grown ass man that touched my little girl.
right. Now I get you. I get you.
You know what I mean? Too
Mm.
many too many childs are put in the care of predators. I kid you not.
But you can't even identify them these days because it be the
Oh no, you can't. It be your own family members too.
right. So there's like that's why they got the name predators, because that's exactly what they are, savage animals. You know what I mean? Like I feel like this. If you have to take it, that's just terrible. It's bad. It's like, you know, like it's supposed to be consensualism is reciprocating the same feeling. I want it, you want it. Let's go. But if I gotta get pulling and grabbing and you know what I mean, that don't feel
You
right.
gotta teach your children to be outspoken, to stand up for speak up for themselves.
Right.
As a woman, no, though I was born in Jamaica and stuff like that, I did also attend school here in the States. And as Brooks know, I used to live in the Bronx too.
Mm.
I remember coming home from middle school, and I used to live in 228th Street. And I remember them grown ass men that used to hang out on the corner, specifically this one specific one that used to like to follow my ass in the building. And I'm like, nah.
It's funny to me because I can see it as you saying it because the man them from 228 is
Street, not side, nah.
vicious.
Exactly. If you know that area, you know what I'm talking about. I
Right.
feel like a lot of them probably got locked up now because
Mm.
before I moved, I didn't see their ass no more. But I remember as a little girl, I see this one specific one who used to like to follow me from 225th, that park area right there. They
Mhm.
followed me all the way down to 228th Street.
Right.
One even tried to force himself in the building. And
Wow.
I'm like, sir, I beat men too. Please don't. I might be little, but I beat man too. My dad taught me well. Please don't don't do that. Don't.
Yeah,
you have,
man.
it's all about learning how to speak up for yourself. You don't just sit there and play vulnerable. Don't let anybody victimize
Yeah,
you or take
but
advantage of
sometimes people are afraid, you know what I'm saying? Like, but you should make sure you have that relationship with your kids where
you.
they
Exactly.
they could tell you everything. I always tell my daughter, like, tell me. I was like, I'm Superman. I mean, I might not have a kid flying around on buildings and shit like that, but I'm like, tell me, talk to me. I was like, did anybody say anything? Tell me what happened at school today. And kids, for the most part, the younger they are, the more truthful they are because they're
Yeah.
very innocent. You know what I'm saying? You could get everything out of a kid. You give them niggas a candy, them niggas start spilling everything. They tell you what's going on in the house. They tell you this. They tell you shit. You think 6ix9ine is telling? These niggas is telling.
Nah, that's true. It's true. You
Man.
also
You
gotta teach them. Don't let people threaten you. Like, oh, if you tell your dad or your mom, I'm gonna do this to them. I'm gonna kill them. This, nah. Come and tell mommy.
Right.
right.
If they feel like they want to come kill mommy, let them come. come and tell mommy. It doesn't matter because a lot of a lot of kids go through that. They feel like they have to protect their parents or their family. As soon as somebody said, if you tell, I'm gonna do this to them.
Right,
Right, right.
That's
right.
not your burden. You understand me? That's not your responsibility. It's mommy
Yeah,
and daddy's responsibility to take care of you.
but they don't know that. So you just got to
That's why
keep
you gotta
on.
teach them that. You gotta install that in them.
Yeah, you got to reiterate that in them. You got to keep on telling them that over and over and over again until they get it.
Right.
But I with this cuties thing, I just think they just have their hidden agenda that they just keep on pushing. They keep on pushing, pushing, and
I can't really speak on it because I don't know. I have no idea what you're talking about. Like I don't know about the cuties thing.
man, it's about
It's on Netflix though, man.
it's about 11-year-old girls that's doing raunchy shit.
Like for what? For videos or
They
movies?
said they was in prostitution or something like that. 11, my nigga.
And they made a
No,
show out of it on Netflix.
and
Yep, it's on Netflix right now. It's on Netflix.
yo, like they should be they should be sued. I don't give a what they signed with what you call it. They
I'm
should be
surprised
fucking
Netflix
sued.
that come on they station though. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
It's money. Money talk, bullshit walk.
yeah, but you gotta understand like when you make a move, like as far as Hollywood goes, when you make a move, you gotta expect certain kind of backlash. And if you promoting like prostitution of children, you must know that's gonna bring some backlash.
Yeah, but they don't give a fuck about that. That
Remember,
that's that
it's
that's they don't
it's
care about that.
it's Hollywood. Hollywood has a reputation. Do you know how many actors, actresses, and actors who has come out saying how they've been molested and going through all this type of stuff
Yeah.
from Hollywood?
But you see, we in the era of cameras and video phones and everything. So a lot of the stuff that's coming out now been happening, but it was behind the scenes and
Exactly.
private. But now all you
The,
see is somebody world star.
the sad thing is though, parents are the ones that are sexualizing their children for
Yeah.
a little money. You know, you show them a little check and shit, they'll wrap their child up in a whole basket and say here.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. The
Right.
So
money.
remember, when you're underage, you can't do nothing without the approval of a parent.
A fact.
Right.
So the fact that this even was even allowed and is here on a national live TV, making it into a whole movie, you got to ask yourself. So the parents were just okay with this.
They have to.
Exactly. Exactly. That's my beef. Like, why would you be okay with something like that?
Money.
Like,
Some parents are money hungry, you
like,
know,
See,
and the way of making it out is by living through their kids. And a lot of parents do that, especially in the Hollywood category. A lot of parents push their kids so that they can live through their kids. What they fail to achieve on their own, you best believe they're gonna try to achieve it through their kids.
and I think
they
that's
was
because let's say for instance you was a good basketball player, but you never made it to the NBA. Then
Exactly.
now you have a son, and all you pushing on him is basketball. Maybe he don't
Yep.
like basketball. Maybe he want to play football. Maybe he want to be a computer designer. You know what I mean? But I noticed a
but
lot of parents force basketball and all type of sports on children. Their children really don't want to go join a team and go to practice. They want to be a kid. They want to play, and I
I
got
promise you. Don't tell them that, because then you're
not
gonna
a
hear
prejudice that. It's,
the whole community comes in. Oh, you can't tell us on how to raise our kids. You're right. We can't tell you how to raise your kids. Every parents raise their kids differently, but there's a right and there's a wrong way to guide your children at the end
exactly.
of the day.
I got a brethren that I keep telling that because all he keep pushing basketball on him, and the kid look like he not interested, but he want to make daddy happy, and this guy's rough on him, like yo, do this, you gonna get to the NBA. Like the kid don't want to go to the NBA, he want to be a kid. He not thinking about the NBA. He's just got to high school. You know what I mean?
yeah, I you could, you know, that right there, when you do stuff like that, you're basically you're killing the kid.
You know what it remind me of? Joe Jackson and the Jackson Five.
Oh
Mm.
yeah. Now he
Yeah,
beat the shit. Yeah, now he's gonna have a fucked up childhood. He's
you know,
doing something that he doesn't want to do, and you keep on forcing this nigga into it. Yo,
and you see how
it's
weird
just
Michael Jackson
sad.
came out, right? Because he didn't have a childhood. His whole life,
Right. He's
My God.
he's very soft. He's very frail. This nigga be playing with little niggas.
and that's
I
why
mean, a
house and
lot of
amusement park because he never got that lifestyle when he was a child. So when he grow up a grown man with money, I'm gonna turn my house into Neverland.
yeah, because he's trying to
You see
recreate
that?
whatever. Remember, if you were robbed of something,
Yeah,
you're gonna try to recreate it back. But
that's yeah,
you also got to remember this too. Remember when you was young, right?
Hmm.
And all the stuff them that you couldn't get for yourself, you try to get it as an adult, and
oh,
you say to yourself, "Yo, you know, I used to remember when I couldn't afford this, but now I could buy
yeah,
it, and it brings you back to that place. That's what he
yeah,
was trying to do. He's trying to reiterate whatever he did. However, everybody look at it like, yo, this nigga's a grown ass man.
yeah.
Right.
But but
Honestly, you see
but
that in a lot of a lot of grown men and grown women. Like I gotta ask them. So I guess he
I,
didn't have a
I'm
childhood.
I'm I'm not gonna throw no fire, but I see a lot of that in Jamaican women. The man always want to live like the young girl them a
True.
lot of time. And
True.
I'm not throwing no shade.
Sorry,
I'm not throwing no shade.
The truth.
They always trying to live like them daughter. I'm like, I sound old when I say this. Like back in the days, you would never catch your mother and your daughter in the same party.
Right.
nah,
Now
Yo, kids
nah,
and this
nah.
right.
you
Mom and daughter in there bashment thing.
Right?
Hey,
yeah.
do it.
I was like, how old are you again? How
Yeah,
old are you again?
I'm so that.
I got a
You
friend on Instagram, yo. I don't know if y'all be like, it come like sisters and not mother and daughter the way they be turning up and skinny.
Listen,
But
yeah.
bro,
listen,
The,
bro.
I
I'm
think the most cutest thing I could see is when you see the mother and the daughter and be like, oh, who's the mother or the daughter? Like, I think that's cute. But when you guys are in the same kind of event together,
going to
if
a
it's not
party.
if it's not graduation or something of that, you ain't never catching me with my kid in the same place. Like you
I'm
a
done.
grown ass man. Like why you trying to live through your kid? You everybody have their time, their era. So your
That's
time, you did your thing. Move on. You know what I'm saying? There's so much stuff you could explore, but you need to be up in a club with. And
true.
this is why parenting is failing, and this is why your kid will one day step to you and be like, "Nigga, I'll fuck you up,"
mm-hmm.
and they're right. They will fuck you up
Right.
because
Too many parents want. Too many
like
parents want to be your best friend these days, and
right. And
I
I
know
tell
what
my
happens to
kids,
parenting.
I'm not your friend. I'll
Yeah,
fuck you up.
you know,
We ain't friends.
Oh my
I'm a
goodness.
parent first, then everything comes after that. And I'm telling you, they will test you one of these days.
yeah.
The minute you stop, they said Jamaicans have a saying, say you play with puppy, them lick your nose.
Mm,
That's when they think you and them is size or quabs or you
mm,
guys are on the same level. I don't give a fuck how that nigga is. That my daughter could be 20. I'll still smack the shit off of you.
Facts.
Like, don't
um,
disrespect me. And I'm not promoting domestic violence, but I just be like,
that,
yo,
I swear.
watch how you talk to me.
I swear.
Let's just watch how we use that tone. You know what I'm saying? And
No, no.
until you establish that, then they're just gonna think like, oh, everything is good.
Is
But
he, is he growing
even
up? My
I,
dad,
I
my dad never disciplined me, but he had that look he gave.
you know what time it is, and that's
And
all
let
you
me
need.
just say, I
Sometimes
was
you don't
bad.
need to
I
touch
was bad as a
somebody.
girl growing up, man. I was bad. I was bad in a way that I'm very outspoken. I am my daddy's child. So majority of his behavior, unfortunately, I got. not the boys, and I'm the only girl child, and I got it. The stubbornness, the, to speak my mind. Guess who
Right.
got it? So, but he had this way, man. He just look at me. He said one word. He give me that one look, and I just know to just let it go, Olivia.
That's what the kids them need now today.
Let it go.
Nah, these kids be trying to, these parents trying to be their kids' friends.
But
That's
see,
what they're feeling.
I know, and it's crazy because then then when the kids get older and want to beat them down, then they be like, "Where did I go wrong?"
It's too late for that.
Too
I
late.
saw a video. I saw a video on that. A daughter was beating her mama down. Like she was beating her down. Like she was dragging her over the place. Like a, and the family's recording this shit. They're recording it.
The family needs the ass whooping too. They forget the saying that it takes a village to raise a child.
Go back in the
A
room.
fact. A
But
fact.
unfortunately, these days, all these young parents, and I say young parents, I mean like my generations, the '90s kids that are now becoming parents now and everything. They don't believe in the saying that it takes a village to raise a child.
Yep.
No.
Honestly, back home, I knew it was a lot different because if you disrespect your neighbor, you get an ass whooping.
Yep.
And then you go home and tell your mama, and you're gonna get another ass whooping.
A fact.
You understand me? But I realize that here, I feel like it's just the society in this country is different. It's a different environment in the US. People just don't see it as taking it takes a village to raise a child. You understand what I'm saying?
Well, the government
A teacher can even
first of all, if you discipline your kid, ACS want to step in and say, "No,
Yeah, that's
we're
uncomfortable.
gonna do it for you.
uh,
We're gonna do it for you." You know what I'm saying? And how the government can't take care of their own and they want to take care of your kid. I'm confused.
listen,
You know, it like it's there's parenting is an ongoing thing,
it's a
and
learning process.
it's a pretty much is learn as you go, because
Exactly.
everybody have their own way of how they raise. But when you have your kids in this kind of light doing these kind of things, it just don't look good. It just, one second, what? All right, go. Yeah, it just don't look good. It don't sit right, and I just think it's just distasteful. And when you're putting your kids in these kind of things,
Yeah.
it's it just don't look good. Like it looks like it looks like you're hungry, you're lacking of something, and you just need this kind of attention for you to, like,
Not
I don't
only
know,
that, too,
maybe transcend to something else.
I feel like back in the days we had our elders to look up to, for example, for example. But nowadays, parents feel like, oh, they don't need guidance, and you forget that. Guess what? Everybody need guidance at one point in their life or not. I'm 26. I'm about to have my first child, and I could honestly say I'm glad I have my parents, my mom, my dad. I'm glad my grandparents is there. You understand?
Yeah.
To guide me and say, hey, because I'm pretty sure that there's gonna come a point in my parenting skill where I'm gonna have to step back and try to reevaluate on how I approach certain situation, and maybe they have different ways, a point of view that they can teach me.
Yes, it's like I said, it's a learn as you go, and whenever you learn as you go, you're probably gonna need a little advice. Maybe the child might be sick. You're probably
Yeah,
gonna have to call your parents for aid, and
yeah,
some things you're gonna try to have to figure out on your own. But just don't shake the baby. No matter what happened, don't shake the baby. You take 2 minutes, reevaluate yourself, and you figure it out. You know, and if you can't figure it out, get a second opinion. And if you get a second opinion, you don't feel comfortable to go to somebody else.
you're
But
right.
I just feel like there's certain levels that a person shouldn't go to try to get fame or try to profit off their kids.
That's true.
I just don't feel comfortable with that. And that will never sit right with me. if my kids was, I'm not swearing for my kids, and I'm not saying they don't follow and do certain things, but
Yeah.
certain things I wouldn't want my kids to be a part of. And if my kids was doing something of that's not, they have no business doing, I might not be aware of it. But if I'm aware of it, rest
Yeah.
assured I'm on that like white and rice.
Like, how do you, for example, how do you feel about with the whole videos of parents, posting videos of them disciplining their child in a certain way on social media? Like, I'm pretty sure you've come across a video where you see the parents, like some of them might be overdoing it.
That's embarrassing.
So, and I'm
Sir,
like,
that's embarrassing. That, to be honest with you, that's not even something that's supposed to be on social media.
I'm
You're
like,
you're basically embarrassing the kid. That's the first thing you're doing, because now that video is out there forever.
exactly. And I feel like, because I saw a video on Facebook like a couple days ago, and I'm like, okay, don't get me wrong, disciplining a child is necessary when it comes to certain things, but you don't need to post it, make a whole video of it, and post it for the world to see. You
Right,
get, and you wonder why so much, child care services come knocking at your damn door. You post a whole evidence for them to see.
right. That's a fact. Like that right there. When parents do stuff like that, they're pretty much looking for attention, and I cannot support anything of that nature. Like I could never support anything like that. And when you do stuff like that, you're asking for ACS to come knock on your door and pull up and say, "Oh, XYZ, whatever, whatever, whatever." You don't need that. The worst person you need on your ass is ACS. You know what I'm saying? Because once they come knocking, you have a case open for 30 days. I don't know how it is over there in Florida, but New York, you have a case open for 30 days. After the case get open for 30 days, hopefully the child will report you again. You know what I'm saying? Because when the kids go to school, they question them and they tell them, "Oh,
Yeah,
you could dial 911. Oh, you could do
of
this."
course,
And they get up in your kids' heads.
of
And
course.
personally, I don't think that's certain things should be on social
So,
media. That
yeah,
that's not something that's supposed to be on social media. You know what I'm saying? That's supposed to be private. When you talk or discuss anything of that nature, that's supposed to be private.
love it.
But
Teach, huh? Teach them and educate them in private. Discipline them in private. You don't do it for the
right,
world to see, because then I feel like you're opening doors for another problem. For example, there's a lot of bullying going on these days.
right.
The rate of suicide is going up like crazy these days. Like,
Somebody mentioned that to me too. I'm glad you brought that up. Yeah, I'm very glad you brought that up.
I'm,
Somebody
I'm
brought that
like,
up to me.
no lie, I'm sitting here and I'm like, damn. I'm not saying kids didn't bully each other when I was going to school. Hell yes, there was. But at the same time, I'm seeing too many young kids being so comfortable to taking their own life. You understand me? I grew up getting my ass beat. All my cousins, you could ask any of my cousins, they didn't see me get my ass beat. They knew I get my ass beat.
Nah, these people,
But at the
because
same time, but too many kids. Why is it come to the point where your kids feel comfortable to say, "Hey, my only resort is taking my life," because you're putting them out there for the world to
to
see.
see, right, and you're embarrassing them,
Embarrasses
and
them.
then you know how these kids are when they start bullying them. They show this one, that one, this
Yeah,
one, that one, and they
exactly.
show they show everybody. And when they show everybody, it just looks so degrading. it,
It is
it's it's
degrading.
it's very embarrassing, because if I get my ass beat, whatever, I don't want nobody to know about that. I want that to
Yeah,
be
no.
private. You know what I'm saying? I want that something to be private. You know what I'm saying? Like when we get a box on my granny, but nobody no know. But let's take that one day
And call
and
the
just
day.
build. And I'm not saying beating solve everything.
No, it
Beating
does
don't
not.
beating
But
doesn't solve everything. But you should have a level of understanding with your kid, like where you see just like how you get the look, and
yeah,
like, yo, you
right.
fucking up. Yeah, that right there alone should just tell you, like, yo, this is how you need to move, and if you do this, this is what's going to happen. but
you have to have a balance. That- That's what I believe. There's a balance.
yes, a fact. You got to
So,
do some punishment. You got to do some punishment. You got to do some punishment. Wait, turn off the music. 1 second.
yeah, man, yeah.
Me just it me chair just lick the way in there. The pop.
I was about to say, wait a minute.
Nah, sorry about that. Yeah, pretty much it it's parenting. It's I don't know, man. It's
Times has changed. I would say times have definitely changed.
yeah,
I mean, I'm pretty sure. I'm not gonna lie to you. I feel like these things has been going on long before. It's just that there's more camera and phone access these days, and things are coming out. Are coming to light now.
a fact. And due to the fact that it's coming to a light, it looks more it's clear as day. Not only is clear
Yep,
as day, it's embarrassing. And you know what you notice? You know what I notice? It's mostly happening mostly with the black community.
unfortunately.
You notice
Unfortunately.
we get shown under such a bad light all the time. We always get it's very embarrassing. Like it's
The
very
thing,
very embarrassing.
the thing with the black communities, they always feel like they have to prove something to somebody. They feel like they have to, when in our reality is why do you have to prove something to anybody? Why you can't be humble and go on about your life? You make it
No,
seem you've been deprived of something for so long that that
and
you always have to make a point. You always gotta prove something.
you know what's destroying us, right? The
Yeah,
internet.
even with money, financial. Have you realized that even some of the biggest name brands out there, right? Some of their biggest clients is the black community,
A fact.
especially the ones them Louis Vuitton, Gucci, and their owners don't even like black people. They come out and said it in broad daylight, but you'll be the first one to see a black person. They want to spend $1,000, 800, 2,000, a whole grand on, on what? What are you proving?
Well, people that never have it, they I think most of the time they feel like they come up when they're showing off whatever they have.
They forget that it's because you never have it. When you finally get it, you should at least know how to value it, and so that way you don't lose it, and how to grow from it, so that you
Well,
will end up being where you're coming from. The goal is to not go back to where you're coming from.
well, a lot of people got this perception, right? They have this perception that if they buy a car, they made it. While it will be better if you have a house, because when you have a house, you could park the car in the
Yeah,
garage
yeah.
instead of parking it on the street.
The
You know what I'm saying?
mentality just isn't there when it comes to certain people.
And
That's all.
that's coming from that's coming from the home.
Yep. Yep.
And when you're brought up in a certain home, and you're taught a certain way, you only could think this way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's how you're gonna look at it. But if your parents teach you how to create wealth, build something, that's what you're gonna look at. It's just like the scandal was talking about this kid that wanted to his father wanted him to play
That's
basketball,
yeah.
and he doesn't want to play that. You know, he reminded me of something that my wife said. I have this dream for my daughter that I wanted to do, and
Hmm.
my wife said to me like, "Yeah, you want that, but what if she don't want that?" But I'm like, I wanted to do that, but she said you should make her choose her own career path. And I'm like, at first I was ignorant about it, but I'm like, hopefully she could make an exception to do this, whatever. But if she wants to do something that she feels like is best for her, what am I gonna do? I could want her to be a doctor, but she wanna
let
be
me
she wanna work in Rite Aid.
let me add that. Let me add to what you just said, and you have a very valid point. For example, when I first was going for college, my mom was set on me majoring in nursing. I didn't want to do no. I don't want to do no nursing. That's not my call. Listen, my first job was I was 16 years old, and I got a job working at Beth Abraham. You know, the one that's on Allerton Avenue, the
Yeah,
nursing
yeah,
home.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I used to work under the nurses them. And I'm like, damn, I seen some of stuff there. I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't want to be no damn nurse.
Yeah,
And
that nursing job, you gotta have a strong stomach.
yeah, but when I got into college, I actually got into the nursing program. But that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to do pharmacist.
Oh,
But my mom is a nurse, so she has this dream, and I'm telling you right now, you couldn't
she's
tell her nothing.
she's yeah.
All,
You
all her
see,
kids got the nursing. Right now, my brother is in his final year for college, and guess what he's doing? His bachelor of
nursing.
science in nursing.
Oh,
Me- me- Meanwhile, I'm building a career in pharmacist. I didn't want to listen. So when I quit the nursing major, and I'm going towards pharmacist. Mommy is like, I guess that's a good field too, but nursing is good. You can hear disappointment in her voice, but I'm like, you gotta let kids do what kids their own dream. You
as
can't put your own
as
dream on your kids.
as long as they don't turn out to be bums,
That
because
exactly.
that would be very heartbreaking. Because I see a lot of parents pour all this money into their kids, and they end up they end up turning bums.
Exactly,
I
exactly.
I've
I,
seen a lot of dreams fail that way.
I was saying that just because I mean, nursing, just because that's a career that you love, that doesn't necessarily mean that's a career that path that your children will love. You understand what I'm saying? I
That's a
mean,
fact.
don't get me wrong. My mom got two kids, on the bright side, at least her son is doing it. But the way I see I'm like, pharmacist isn't a bad career job either.
No, it's there's nothing wrong with that. I think what a nursing gets started off at 25,000 an hour.
Yeah, I think
I
so.
think they pay is like 25,000 an hour, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, I think it's 25,000 an hour, and then it goes up from there to 30, 35 to 40 or so. But the thing about nursing is this: you're never laid off for the most.
Yeah,
You're always gonna have work, and especially in this time right now, you're an essential worker. But
yeah.
it's just all the shenanigans you gotta put up with being in a hospital, all the nastiness that you gotta. I hear the stories. I hear a lot of stories, and let me tell you something. You gotta have a strong stomach to be a nurse. Shout outs to them for whatever they're doing.
Most definitely, much respect. Trust me, much respect for them. It's just that
Yeah,
that's not everybody's dream. At the end of the day,
no fact.
is to do that.
That's a fact.
Sometimes you have to let your kids branch off on their own. That's how they learn in life. You understand
Yeah,
what I'm saying? If
you
you keep
pretty much have to navigate them.
exactly, you can navigate them, but at the same time, you can't just hold their hands and tell them take left because I want you to take left.
Right.
People gonna live and make mistakes. how you think you became the person who you are? Yeah,
What?
I'm pretty sure you made your share of mistakes as well. But that at the end of the day, that's what built your character. That's what made you who you are. That's what taught you. No, you went through those lessons to learn for a reason. And as much as
Right.
you want, as much as you want to shield your
They,
children,
they
you
want
have
to touch that pot and get burned a couple of times.
exactly. You're gonna have to let them get burned to actually learn that. Damn, you know what? That fire really hurt. I don't want to put. I don't want to dip my finger in that direction anymore.
Yeah, they gotta see it for themselves.
Exactly.
That's
That's
the
all.
only way they're gonna understand. But the world that we're being brought up in now, all the things that's happening is been there, always been there. It's just now
Being
there's a
brought.
light on it now. It's
Yeah.
being brought to
Right.
light. So now it looks more
Realistic and all.
it's really it looks shocking.
It was shocking now because more people are are getting the opportunity to see it now. Back in the day, people would just be like, "Oh, this is just a normal thing," this happens all the time. But now
Well,
now they're having different opinions, and different people all over the world is seeing it. It's a different point of view from everyone, and they getting a little life lessons that taught that hey, this is not normal. This is not how things are supposed to be.
a fact, but such is life. What you gonna do? You have to just go and work with it until the man upstairs come, because all these things are
Well,
gonna come to pass before the time is at hand. And we spoke about that yesterday also. Shout
that's
out to
true. You're right.
everybody that participated in the show. But this show, Cuties, you saw it?
Nope, I'm telling you, I didn't see a damn thing. I went on Netflix and I saw it, but that's not really my type of genre to watch. Stuff
Okay.
like that. So of course I skipped through it. I skipped through it, no, to watch something else. But I was reading the comments on Facebook because people was making was going crazy. The Save Our Children movement that's been going on right now.
Oh, you got a movement called Save Our Children.
Yeah, oh hell yeah! You didn't know that? Oh, it's all over Facebook. People all over the world save our children, save our children. Hashtag save our children, save our children. And it's like it's crazy. So when I was going through that the comment section of that, right, they were discussing it. Oh, discussing it was like so I was going off of other people's millions of people comments was commenting on it, and I guess it must. I'm assuming that it must have been very that disturbing if you brought out the Save Our Children movement going on.
Oh wow.
You gotta look it up, man. It's a huge movement going on right now, and a lot of parents is angry about it. A lot of non-parents are angry about it. It's a whole thing going on right now.
Mm, Save Our Children. I
Yeah.
definitely gotta look into that. I see there's an article out. I know. I don't know if you've seen this. They have this gay couple that's celebrating the first anal birth. Have you come across that?
No, please, shine some light on that for me. The first anal birth.
Yeah, the story's not real, but they're pushing that. So yeah, they're really trying to put that out there to be like, oh, you could have a baby from the booty, but I'm like, how can you create life from that
See,
particular area?
that that's gonna be really difficult. It's one thing for the vagina to stretch open at a certain length, and because it was built for that. But the
But
butthole ain't even connect.
to
God,
anything,
I don't even
all
want.
all is connected to is just intestines. So when my wife told me about that, I was like, that don't make no sense. That don't make no sense.
I don't think no baby want to be told they was born from the butthole either. So let's just keep it as that. That's something
I said, I
you
said, if that person came from that area, I'd be a shit upon him. Pure shit. That's the only thing I could say. Pure poop that is on him. Because when the baby leaves the vagina, the two things that's on him is just a lot of semen, because you got to dilate in order for that to happen, and blood. So if it comes from that particular area, that's the only thing I could rule out that comes from off that kid, and nothing could be made from that, because that all of that is just for like stool.
this world, this world that we're living in right now is special. Okay,
I
it's
would,
world.
I can definitely agree with that. Definitely.
Oh my goodness. Uh, these
But
these end times, man.
yeah, these definitely is the last days. I would have to admit, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? You just got to take things with a grain of salt, and you gotta teach your kids. You gotta let them be aware. You gotta let them touch that pot a couple of times, especially when you try to tell them over and over again and they don't want to listen. You gotta let them
Exactly.
touch that pot a couple of times so they could get burned, so they
That's what
could actually,
how you must feel.
pretty much, pretty
Exactly.
much.
Yeah, I feel
But
a lot. Feel
thanks
sometimes.
again, thanks again for joining in,
Of course.
and I appreciate the support. But people need to be more vocal of things that's going on in their neighborhood,
Yeah.
and they need to know what's going on in order for them to be aware of what it is, because a lot of people are quiet. Nobody is bashing anybody. We're not speaking down on anybody, but we need to be conscious of what's going on, because when this Cuties Netflix video dropped and it came out, I was just like, I'm very disappointed in these people for even putting stuff like this out. But like I said, they're protecting their interests,
Yeah.
and I'm pretty sure they signed off with all the parents and stuff like that. But my thing is this, right? How could they put something like this raunchiness, nastiness out, right? And the government don't see anything wrong with this. Like, these kids are underage, and
No
they said they were in prostitution or so, right?
government is making money off of it too. I mean,
Right.
let's be
Like,
realistic. A lot of people in Hollywood has been brought to light saying that they're part of a whole sex trade and stuff going on underage young girls. So you have to understand that, and that includes big politicians that's been snitched, revealed out there to the public. So then you have to sit back and think, wow, you have people in high places who are part of of the sex trade chain that's going on with young girls. So do you think they're gonna try to break that when that's bringing in big money in their pocket?
mm,
They're not. They're not going to. They're part of it. When you're part of the problem, you're not gonna just try to just eliminate something that's bringing in a huge sum of money to you. What do you think that
oh,
all this pedophile stuff that's going on? They're trying to make pedophilia or some type of, I forgot what they call it, legalize it in some type of way. And I'm like,
mm.
are you serious? Because right about now, what you're telling me is homeschooling looking real good right now. That's
Ay,
what
ay, 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 ay.
that's all I'm hearing right now. Is you telling me homeschool looking really good? I'm like, okay, I heard you.
Oh,
Uh,
to, for me, it's good for my it's not good for my little one. The two last one is not good for, but the bigger one is good for. They need a little bit hands on. 1 second.
yeah.
Okay, 1 second. Let me get this guy on real quick.
Come on.
Yeah, homeschooling is good for the ones them that can
But like I can't handle it. But listen,
right.
if a stranger can teach your kids, then you can also take time to teach your kids. That's if you have the time to do so. I know that there are single parents out there that that unfortunately have to work and provide for the household at the same time, so they don't have the time to stay at home and teach your kids. But for
It's
those,
difficult.
ma,
It's difficult and it's very costly when they stay home, just to let you know.
exactly. So, but I feel like, but for those who can and just choose not to, I feel like, come on, if you teaching doesn't end in school.
No, actually, with this pandemic that happened, I basically unteach myself all the shenanigans that they teach us in school, and retaught myself back over. I learned a little bit about Black history. I learned about slavery a lot more, and I learned about things that I wouldn't actually pay attention to. So
Yeah.
yeah, like I taught myself a lot of stuff that I never actually looked into, like the Tesla slavery thing that happened, that Trump throw is his little congregation thing in, which
Oh,
flopped out. And I looked more into Marcus Garvey, and
but Mark, wait.
the when he did the ship to
Backwards to Marcus Garvey. Wait, but didn't you go to school? Wait, did you attend school?
they don't teach you that, they don't teach you that in school.
No, no. Did
They
you attend school in Jamaica?
Yeah, but I went to school in Jamaica in here, but they never taught. They
Cause
never.
I know the
They
whole
teach
Marcus
us
Garvey. No, they taught us that though. I mean,
a
a
little
different
bit,
age.
a
Cause I
little
know,
bit.
I know what his. Cause that when I came here, it was a whole different history that I was taught.
Ever no music, no music. If only if I hear music, only if I hear music. Yeah, me no want to get sued by YouTube. Um, reality check. Yeah. What's up? Everdeen, Olivia, Everdeen. Yeah,
Good morning, Olivia.
we were here talk afternoon. No, we're here talking about the cuties
Say good morning.
video.
You just woke up.
That nigga been up.
He said good morning.
He been up.
Nah, man. The reason why I say good morning is just to get your expression and get you laughing. You see, I laugh, I be keep the devil away, you know.
Yeah, we were talking about this cuties video, and we was trying to get a feedback on that. Like, how you feel about that?
What you talk about? The little girl, yo, man, that, that you talk about?
Yeah, the ones that
One sec,
we
one
want
second.
To me, my honest opinion, brother, my honest opinion is like the law itself, I try to feel like, I don't know, try to legalize pedophilia to my understanding. You see where me I come from?
hold on. I think he said to give him 1 second.
Oh, if him 1 second gone long time, about 10 him take.
What you say?
No. Me I talk about my honest opinion now. Me I say, yo, the video the dog is like them a try to legalize pedophilia. You see where me I come from in certain state right now.
Yeah, yeah,
they
they're
kind of
definitely heading for that.
they kind of did it.
Not only that, brother, them a try to use the symbol of black people
For
up
push,
front.
that's what I said. They have a black girl that's headlining it.
Exactly. You don't notice them agenda. Sorry for cut you, but you don't notice them agenda in everything to deprive anything a black people them put up front. The homosexuality, a black man and black woman up front. And you get where me I come from? Everything
Yeah.
that's negative to a race, my youth, them put way up front.
Yes, that's what I was saying. I said they have pretty much a black girl that's headlining it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, that shit just don't look good in any way.
It don't. It don't. But guess what? No, no, we the people have to put a stop to it. But here, no, no, most of the people, them, the mass of the people, them really, I go by what TV I tell them and what them sip on internet or hear.
Mm.
Them not got a will for themselves, a free thinking mind for themselves, brother. And I tell you that, yo, me see it many times, every day me see it, yo. Right now, it's so easy to manipulate people out there, both woman and man, young and old. Real talk. Yeah,
Yep.
Okay.
man.
Yeah.
You don't know the era we come from, my youth. Manipulation out the window for we. Nobody not care how smart they try to be or approach we. We think we're smarter than you get what me I say at them time there.
Yeah, but this generation of people, most people are being brought up without parents, and most people are self-taught. And whenever people are self-taught, it's very difficult to try to get to them, because it's like they'll have more of a resistant, and a lot of time people go with off what's trending more than what's actual and factual.
That's what me I say right is wrong and wrong is right for them. You get where me I come from?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the direction I see things going, because when you try to communicate with people, they mostly go off what's happening. Like if it's trending, it's hot. People think like if it's happening, that's what it is. It's good. You know what I'm saying? Whereas in like they don't, if nowadays people don't do research when it comes to stuff. If everybody doing it, they do it. It's like if you take a music and you remix it back over that was from back in the days and you put it out and everybody's jumping on, they be like, yo, shut, yo, son, that shit is hot, that shit is lit. But they like, you never heard that before? That shit been out already. It's just something they recycle back and put back out. You know what I'm saying?
It's just like the Jordans. It's just like the Jordans. They keep coming out. They keep coming out. But we've been through it before they even start coming out like that.
Yeah.
Right. Just a different color.
Mm-hmm.
And
Same thing.
and
Different day, different color.
they don't even know what kind of stuff this man is into. Like
Exactly my point.
Michael Jordan, he's into so many different. He don't make all of his income off. Not to be off topic, he don't make all of his income off sneakers alone. He's
No.
Oh, we know
into
that. You
he's
don't know
into
a private jail and them thing there.
right, and he just bought another company the other day. I was looking at on my phone. I'm gonna tell you, he bought this
Which
company that
company that?
I'm gonna tell you right now. Turn the music down in the background, or if there's audio of TV or something like
I
that.
got
Turn
no
it.
music in the background. I
Hmm?
just the kids them all just up the door closed. I mean, we can hear them.
Wait, wait. I'm gonna tell you. Damn, he bought this. He bought this company the other day, and I was trying to put this kid onto it, but uh,
What
I'm gonna
kind of
tell you.
company is it? Clothing? What?
I think it's a. 1 second. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna tell you right now. Damn, I can't even find it. Wait, yeah, he bought a company, a equity stake in DraftKings stock. He bought
Oh.
that the other day.
Mm.
Yeah,
And what that really has to do?
that DraftKings is he's basically putting his money on the stock market. Let me tell you, DRA.
And you see this recently, right?
Yeah, nobody don't talk about that. They post the it's a official sponsor of the NBA.
Mm.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
it's like an NBA, something to do with the
Something,
NBA.
something big is happening right there.
Yeah, DraftKings is a fantasy sports thing, but they're on the
That's what I'm
stock
saying.
market.
Something big is happening right there, right? Right there, they're trying to change the rules and regulation. Coming from now?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He's into like fantasy sports. That,
Hmm.
but like he just put that on the stock market, and when I was looking at the stock market with that, that basically took off. So he's doing good for himself there. Just another avenue. But you didn't see
I'm not gonna
the
hate everything that he does because a lot of people if they had the money they probably would do a lot
you
of
gotta come
things
closer. I can't hear you. Come closer to the I can't hear your audio. Your audio is not good. Oh, you got
Yeah,
his audio cut off.
I'm good.
Yeah. Yeah, he's into a couple of things that's profitable for him. So that's good.
I was trying
But
to look. I was trying to look up the
it's called DraftKings.
No, you said he posted the stock shares for it.
No, no, no. I went on I looked on my stock app and I checked it out and I saw the stock
you
going up.
see, bro?
Oh, okay.
My bad, yo.
Yeah, what were you saying?
Eh?
What were you saying?
No, I mean, say at the same time, I can't be mad at Michael Jordan because if no black people have the money like when him have, them probably will do worse than him still. I'm not gonna lie.
Probably. Probably.
That's where I'm coming from. And remember, a man of his agenda and power and the money that he had behind him. Remember, he's forced into a lot of things because if he don't oblige by certain rules, you don't know them happening like the Cosby, the Jackson, the this, the that. You get where I come from?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because all of them have to play an agenda. You know what I'm saying? All of them. From you start making certain amount of money and making a life for yourself, you don't know it. You don't approach them, they approach you. Like, you get what I'm saying? I don't have to call no names or go any further on that topic, but you know where I'm coming from.
Yeah. Well, if your money ain't right, you basically can have a conversation with him.
Exactly my point. So a man of that influence and power and the money behind him again, it's no if buts nor maybe. It's just a go ahead, go ahead, go ahead. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Hmm.
But you didn't see the cuties, right?
Again, the cuties is with them little girls in it, right?
Yeah.
Yes, bro. I couldn't even watch everything. I watched like 2 minutes of it, and I had to turn it off. Like, yo, this shit right here.
You watched it?
No, you know your website. I couldn't.
No,
He
like you saw a little bit of it.
Yes, bro.
minutes.
Yes, bro. I mean, that's where I'm stating my opinion from. The piece that I saw, I'm stating my opinion. You get what I'm saying?
Right, right,
Yeah,
right.
it's
So
on.
imagine if Memphis sit down and watch that dog. Nigga, I got a 14-year-old daughter, my nigga. I wish somebody would, nigga. You feel me?
I saw the introduction of it, what they had out, whatever, and I was like, this is the end of the world. Somebody was saying that
Bro,
that was the end of the world.
bro, listen, man. There's so much things that's going on right now in these youth life, meaning that they bringing it into the school. Remember this, they bringing it into the textbooks. And no, and not only that, they might teach about homosexuality and bisexuality in school, in the textbooks nowadays, bro. Come on now, man.
Yeah.
I really believe they push that more than anything else. I mean,
Bro,
like you have they have their customers and they're gonna talk to who they want to talk to, but I don't feel like they should push that. Like, is
bro,
it that
they're forcing it on our kids, bro. They're forcing a lot of agenda on our kids. And remember, anybody that had a kid from he's young until the age of 12, they own that kid. Remember that.
to what?
Anybody have a kid from birth until they reach maybe like 11, 12
Eva,
years.
you gotta put the phone to your mouth. I'm seeing your ears and I'm not hearing your audio.
All right. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
All right. What I'm trying to say is anybody that owns a kid or have a kid from birth until maybe 11, 12 years of age, they own that kid's mind because remember, anything that's taught to that kid, that's what he's going to endure until the rest of his life, no matter what. You know what I'm
But
saying? Meaning,
but
if you sit down with a kid from he's born and just teach him about shooting, that's all you're gonna know growing up. You can teach a kid how to read and stuff like that, and and you see you do that every day. That's what he's gonna do most of the time. You get where I'm coming from?
right.
All right. Now, a kid going to school like we were going to school up here. Thank God to our generation grow up because though we would have fell for a lot of the bullshit too in school because a lot of shit that we went to school for and that we were taught, them shit is falsified information and a lot of goddamn crap. You know that too. I don't have to explain that part to you.
Right. Put the phone to your mouth so I could hear your audio because it comes up.
Bro, it's dumb close. I don't know how much if I put it no closer, my youth.
Yo, yo. What?
No homo, my nigga. No homo, my nigga. I'm talking in the
Yo,
phone, bro. It's like right there.
yo,
Oh my God.
yo. All right, just keep it right where it is. Keep it right where it is.
Bro, stop talking like that, bro. Why for
I,
them argument there?
all
Why?
right, all right, all right, all right, all right. I got you. I got you.
But anyway, yo, pan a big woman tactic, real talk. You see them thing that curly, real talk, them thing that really I don't play not only society, it I don't play with race.
Mostly
You see
black
me?
people.
It has everything them I do my youth, it I don't play with race by majority. I wouldn't say minority, but the majority is always black this, black that. And yo, you see, and yo, put that gun down.
Yo, look on the screen ever. I joke about it, but come here, I say, put the phone to your mouth.
You see it? He mind gone left. You see it?
No, no,
Because
no,
I
I
thought
joke.
we are talking about
I
that he
joke.
mind gone to something else. So he mind
No,
gone to
no,
real
no.
left. So he can go chill with the left wing. You see me?
Do I have a person? A person. Do you consider yourself black? Because before
Oh,
Jenna, my
what you
friend,
say? What you say?
before Jenna, you consider yourself black?
Dog, black, the terminology black was given to us, my youth.
But do you consider yourself black?
No,
Okay. Why you don't consider yourself black?
because black is
Colorless.
nothingness. Black is nothingness.
I see. You consider yourself black, Olivia?
Mm?
You consider yourself black?
Yeah. I'm an African Caribbean woman, so yes.
Okay. Okay. We have another guest joining us. We were talking about cuties, and we was just trying to get everybody's feedback on it. So feel free to speak. This is Everdeen and that's Olivia. That's my good
Hello.
friend here.
Good
Okay.
morning.
Home
Yeah.
but
I mean, overall, I think it's disrespectful, and I think it's disrespectful to Black girls. It's not easy for a Black woman to get a leading role in a movie, so that you would give it to a young Black girl and then sexualize her. Just furthers, like, I feel like the media agenda on how they want to portray Black people. There's a lot that goes into it. I do know in France, I believe the legal age to consent to sex with an adult is 15 years old. Now,
Whoa.
what I think is most interesting in the movie is they're like between the ages of 11 to 13.
Not
They
even
really,
ready yet.
huh?
Not even close to ripe
Yeah,
yet.
correct, correct. Now, they have little girl bodies. Now, Alkai, I know you from 228. When I was 13, I have more body than that. So I
Ooh.
think it's interesting they picked girls where actually the bodies look like they're almost 8, 9 years old.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Even the way the director shot the clips, Like you literally have the clip on their vagina. It's not
What
like, and
the
sometimes you can watch,
what the
Yeah.
yeah,
So
sometimes you can watch a horror movie
they're trying
and
to
it's
target a certain audience. It's a certain type of
right.
audience. A pedophile audience is what they want.
Yes. I also think they understand.
oh
You see how what we're doing now, how we're like, we're sort of like shedding light on it, but sometimes bad publicity can be good publicity. So even though we complain about it, I guess it might get some people to watch it. But I made it a point not to watch it. I just seen little clips here and there because I don't want Netflix to look at it like, okay, yeah, we received complaints and a petition against it, but look at our ratings.
Yeah. You're right.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
but them are sure but how is that different from if the camera dip on them vagina at 11, how is that different from R. Kelly dip on one girl that's young? How is that even different?
What you
Man,
mean all that different, brother?
stop being a hypocrite, bro. You from
Brother,
the Dominican.
brother, you
No,
gonna
man, I
say,
said,
brother,
Like
all that
isn't that
different, Mario?
isn't that
Yo,
pedophile?
Mario, come on, no, Mario.
the
Yo,
wrong
Mario,
assessment,
hear
bro.
me and
Like
hear
you
me
can't
good.
even
Ask a
Oh my
use
question
that
better
goodness.
than
Here
that,
we
to
go.
please.
Here
use
we
that
go.
to
Here we
measure your
go.
argument.
Here
And
we go. Here
cut
we
that
go.
out.
Here we go.
Goodness.
Cut that out,
Ask
bro.
a question better than that because I
All
tell you
right.
that
All right. All right. How
gunshot.
is all right? Let me say it different. Then. Let me say it different. How is that different from another an adult being on a kid like that? 11.
It's
How's
all
that any
pedophilic,
different?
bro. Everybody that does that shit need to get murdered. Point
You
blank.
see where me I
Period.
come from, a real talk.
The children are innocent, bro. Like right now, like what King said earlier, like it's like the aim is for the younger generation. So their objective is to it's like the adults are already gone too far, so they can't really do nothing with the adults. So now they're coming after your
Exactly.
children, right? So they go to an institution which you call school, and they program them. Like a lot of y'all think your parents, but you're sending your kid 8 hours a day to go to somebody
You
else that
see,
they're looking at as a parent, which is the teacher, right? That's a form of programming. So when they get programmed and they come home, you see them for a little bit of hours or whatever, then you put them in front of the TV, them get more programming where all them
mm-hmm.
fuck with it, keep up under my seat. So now it's like them hypersexualize the kids them. A
Right.
Yeah,
kid's
man, a real
supposed to
talk.
stand within a kid's place and be happy and be stress free. Period. Any man will pass the margin, them need to decapitate them. All umanto. Period.
And me can't fight against that because the Bible says it. The Bible, if the Bible says it, why go against it? If the Bible is so truthful, I'll
Most of the
cut.
man them will
Bring
preach the
it back to
Bible
the
against
Bible
the
now. If the
king because they
Bible is
got
so
three
truthful,
sons
why
of
does
sucker
human
little
being
pygmy,
live?
Huh?
The opposite from it, bro. You see
But
where
do
me I
you
come
guys
from, Mario?
but do you guys think rap music played a part in how they
No,
sexualize their
no,
women
no,
for
no, it don't.
decades?
No,
No.
they're just pushing that
listen,
to make it look
the
Remember
parents
what
good.
I
play the
said.
biggest
In
part
every
in it.
negative agenda, they put the black up front to take all the blows. No homo.
Right. Right.
Everybody plays a part in it.
Yes,
It
black,
starts in the home
white,
as the
Yeah,
parent.
the
everybody.
movie,
No, I didn't even say
the
that.
books
I
that
didn't.
you read, the school that you attend, you get what I'm saying? The community that you raised in is just systematically set, yo.
I'm not saying that black people did it, but don't you feel like they're quicker to put us in front of the camera when it's negative towards our culture?
Exactly.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Hell
So
yeah.
with that being said, there's a lot of white people behind the music of rap music. It seems like they're ready to sign us or give us some sort of contract when we're being a little negative towards our culture. But we were
Exactly.
the one that had the breast out and the booties out and the vagina grinding in the music videos. It was our genre of music.
But
However,
look,
there's also white people behind it, so I'm not giving it a race. That's not what
All
I'm
right. Put it
saying.
like this. Put it like this, sis. Right. If a black man go out there and want to get like a big contract, you have to be like, yo, I told this nigga this, nigga that, but yo, you would never get that contract if you be like, yo, fuck a white nigga, fuck a white people. Hell no.
Right.
I heard some of what he said, but some of it is a little bit
I
Destroy it.
said they would never give a contract to a black man if they're not saying, as the sis said, negative shit. But if they say the same negative shit about white people, they would never get looked at.
within the contract, but they can talk about black on black crime in their rap music.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Well,
Right.
my take on black people, we just need to stop selling ourselves short.
Right.
Stop it. Like we've been selling so much. Jesus Christ. I don't lost track of how much black people done sold.
Bro, again, my brother is not selling short. The system is set. No matter how successful you want to be in life, the system is set for your downfall, man. Come on, man.
So how do you fix it then? If
How
you
do you
had to
Yo,
fix it?
first of all,
Bro, even when you do good, bad still come
first
out of
of all,
it, right?
one at a
the
time,
thing
one at a time.
is, the thing is, see, this is the thing that I don't understand. Like, you asked King a question earlier. You asked him if he's black, right? And he told you he's
Hmm.
Yeah,
not black. Black actually means
right.
colorless, right?
Colorless.
But
Yes,
you
we
Yeah.
keep
spoke about it
using
a
it.
hundred times.
But you keep using it, right? You're demeaning yourself. So at the end of the
Oh man.
day, until you take,
No,
yo,
no,
this
no,
is
no,
a
no, 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 no,
generalized
no,
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 statement.
no. The
that's not
reason
Until
why
it.
we
we
keep
That's
take
using it,
not
the reason why we
accountability
keep
for
using
our
it,
No,
because
no,
bullshit.
it's a
no.
part of the topic
Let me
right now. You get
finish.
what I'm
Let
saying?
me finish,
And
bro.
being that it's a
Until
part
we
of the
take
Whoa,
topic,
whoa, whoa,
I'm not
whoa.
gonna
accountability
One
go
at
for
a
our
deep
time.
into
One
that.
bullshit, we will
one
never
at a time.
elevate past where we are. Like we play the victim mentality a lot and we aim to point fingers at other people. We always aim for somebody else to save us versus us saving ourselves. We're one of the most powerful race on the planet,
correct.
right?
Agreed.
Oh, that's
Agreed.
But
fact.
we are at the bottom of the totem pole because we gravitate to all the bullshit programming. And if we're gonna see it on TV, it's
So,
not real.
my
We
brother,
don't
let me
pick
ask you
up
a question.
books
You
to
know,
teach
you're right there.
ourselves. We don't
No,
learn
no,
how to
no,
go inside of ourselves. We chase everything that's external, and nothing external is gonna save you. Everything that's required is within you, bro. We
A
create our
fact.
own experience and we don't even see that shit.
I understand that. That I understand that. I heard somebody actually spoke about that the other day when he was talking about he's like Matrix, and he was basically saying
yeah,
you're the one, right? But he said whenever a person is athletic, right, and he's fast,
it's
that
gifted.
that person is a genius because he unlocks something in his mind that the average person can't unlock. If you
Hmm.
tell a scientist will try to figure out why he's so fast, but he can't figure that out. No matter how much tests he run, it's when remember when those people was in Jamaica and the scientists them was down there taking samples of him, trying to figure out why Jamaican people is so fast. We're genius because of that because we unlock something the average person cannot
It goes
unlock.
beyond that, bro.
You
It goes
understand?
beyond just
But
athleticism.
no, no,
Well,
I'm just saying per se. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead, Dish. Go ahead.
okay, I think the whole situation, as far as that, us being athletes, is we see ourselves as athletes. So that's influential for the younger generation. So they know they want to become athletes. We don't always see ourselves as doctors. We don't often see ourselves educated. Now we could walk by an educated person every day, but we don't know what that person does for a living. We don't see that. That's not glorified in the media. So
No.
I think yes, we're exceptional when it comes to being an athlete because we feel like it's in us and we see we can do it because we've seen people that look like us do it. But how many doctors will we have in our family? How many nurses we have in our family?
Not
It's not
much.
the same thing.
No.
But see,
We
the
don't
thing
come
is,
in numbers. We don't come in numbers. And when we do come together, I feel like the system is designed to make sure we're not together. I remember when I was in
Again, it's
school,
systematically
I
set.
was in
Don't matter
school and
what.
I was speaking to a girl about her natural hair. I just cut my hair off to get the perm and dye out of my hair. And I wanted to, I just wanted to ask her what product.
On the bleach from the
And
skin.
my white teacher made sure she separated us
yo,
for the remainder of the semester. Like I asked her the worst question in the world. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
the thing, right? They tell you they outpopulate you, right? But
Right.
they only outpopulate you due to the separation,
Yeah, because they
right?
separate us as
So
minorities. And I get that.
so the thing is, while they're telling you you're ugly, but they go underneath a knife to get injections so them can get them lip as big as yours, them nose as big as yours.
Yeah.
They want to see a body and stuff like that. So if you really go inside of yourself, you start
Culture
looking at
vulture.
things like all
Yes,
these
yes.
things these people telling me is not so. And when you walk more with nature, you actually see how powerful you are. It's kind of like yesterday on his live, he was telling him like, yo, all men come through a woman, but yet you open a book and you
All
pray
right,
and give somebody else, you give somebody else the glory.
let's not unbox
Right?
that.
You
Let's
see what
not
I'm
unbox
saying?
that. Let's
So dude, so we
look,
conflict there.
look.
The thing
All right,
is,
we don't agree with religion, but let's stay on what you call it. I understand a lot. I understand everything that you're
I'm on
saying.
with your
Yes, I understand
But
everything that you're saying.
curly.
We don't agree on religion. We don't agree on the religion.
but it's not just religion. It's just
what
not
him
religion
agree to?
alone. It's
Him
all
agree
these
to you and about
institutions. Yo,
religion?
bro, it's all these damn institutions, bro. Like we gravitate to these institutions. Like you ever notice if we pay attention, you walk outside, everything is noisy. Why they don't want you to sit still? Imagine when you sit still, the creative ideas that's coming in your cerebellum, bro. Like the shit you're conjuring, you're tapping into your inner self. That's why you turn around the TV. You can't even go to sleep without the TV on.
Not me.
Or your
I
phone
like-
in your hand.
No,
But
not
that's-
me.
Yo, let me ask you a question, real talk. Let me ask everybody right here on a serious question, right? Especially if you smoke. You ever sit down to yourself and it's so peaceful and quiet, and you think that you're having like an out of body experience? That's you becoming one with yourself. Your peanut gland are whooping up.
Right. I don't
Yeah.
smoke, but yes,
Big
I do have
man.
that
Big
experience.
I
man.
don't smoke, but I have that experience too.
Give me experience, Daddy. The first time I did that, because I'm like, yo, why everybody does this shit?
Yeah, man.
Let me tell you, my experience was through food. See, when I consumed the weed and I ate the food, I taste every single flavor in the food. It's like my senses were heightened. I'm walking on the ground, but it feels like I'm floating. That's why they don't want to legalize it.
But you have people.
Real talk, man.
That's why right?
But that's
why they do everything to kill your peanut gland.
The weed, them a boost up to 90%, right?
Listen.
And them make the man them more feminine and to make the woman them more masculine. And that's why weed in a Jamaica thing is 0.5 TH.
Yeah, we know weed now. Smoking. Listen. Smoking or not smoking. My nigga, listen to me. Me not smoke. I'm a conscious. I'm a more focused than anything else.
Yeah, you need to have a big ganja spirit, man. And then your blood consciousness will come forth.
Yeah, I'm right. You're conscious, yes.
I'm very focused and I'm conscious. All the time.
I'm sure everybody agree with me. You know, say Curly. You know, say if you have a big ganja split, my yo, I swear to God, my yo, you probably experience everything why the ancestors and everybody experience.
Yo,
I'm gonna tell you something.
And want the information, look on it. And want the information, and my fight himself. And you see at the end of the year?
You see the woman them right there, them not smoke and they're focused just like me.
King, it no matter. Listen, a woman knows certain things over a man. Yeah, it's something you call intuition. You never lie to them yet.
Okay, let me tell you something. When you smoke, your lungs shrink, okay? And you are high risk.
Prove that. Yo, we're not talking about cigarette, my yo. We're talking about the sense, my yo. Come on now.
Matter of fact, you don't have to do no weed. Get some John mushroom. And cook it and eat it. See that. You know, if you don't want to smoke it, you can boil it. That's the best way. John mushroom. You want to have a spiritual awakening? Eat the mushroom.
All right.
Some people don't need the weed. Some people do, and some people need to stay the heck away from it.
Okay.
So just know where you are.
Stay away from it. Stay away from it.
Nish. Me get what you're saying, but you see when time a person don't smoke and then them smoke, especially high grade weed. Oh God, man, trust me.
You see why you're blind? Why you have glasses? Because of the weed. It fog up your
I'm talking about that, man. Stop trying to be like the man because some smoke, man. Me not smoke, I'm not wear glasses.
To smoke weed.
No, I'm joking with him. Eh?
Hey, only don't listen to him, I know I go on 27 years, I know him right now, Curly usually smoke.
Which part?
Yo,
Where?
yo, big
My
Where?
man.
youth, remember say we usually chill with back in the music.
Where?
And me never usually smoke my youth. Remember when I start smoking time
Where?
and
Yeah,
me
my
hit me
youth,
and
my
what?
youth,
Me
the
early
man
20,
says I
21,
like that.
20 few, so.
Look,
The
look,
first,
look
I
for me
mean
lip
the
them. Look for me
Yeah.
lip them.
And because they eat the pum pum, that's why I let them touch.
Yeah.
Nah, real talk. Yo, him always around me. Me know him phone name. Yo, trust me. Him always about weed,
Yo.
yo. Trust me. Him always about weed with the bridging called
Yo,
Big Try.
Yo.
All of them, that's why I'm sat around with you because he must say, yo, we too bad influence me.
Yo, let's stick on topic.
We
Let's
are
go
still
back
on
on.
topic. We
Speaking
are
of
still on
influence,
topic.
speaking of
Yeah,
influence,
but all right, back to the topic now. For real
Yeah.
though, yo. But
Yeah.
yo, you see what Nish state earlier about them now put the most positive things up front.
right?
Again, the system is set to downplay everything about the King Man, so don't use the word black about the sisters and the brothers. You see me?
Yeah. Yeah, man. Go ahead, talk.
yo,
Yo,
y'all
I
didn't even
want to go
know,
on with that
right?
phone there, yo. That phone, the volume,
Y'all
I
didn't
need a
even know,
box,
right?
yo.
It-
So the government actually changed the frequency of music.
yes, I seen that.
What do you mean?
They changed the frequency. It used to be what, like
Nice, yo.
the music resonated with us like drums. When you play certain drums, they changed it from drums to actually synthesizer. They make it more robotic, right?
Uh,
Yo, my
So
brother. Right now, me have to go shut off the phone because so them boy come back in with them tablet, my youth. That be nice, the man, them make them in me ears, yo.
All right, link you back when they're done. No problem. We're
So me
there.
have to walk out every minute, my youth. I try to find a quiet spot, my youth. But the man, them not got no quiet spot in
going at the lines,
Go in there.
going at
Go in
the
the bathroom. Go in the
there. Yeah, hear
bathroom.
me not. It was not, yo. Hear me not. The conversation, is bad, yo. Curly, link me again when time you have the conversation, yo. Yo, we have to continue this, yo.
No doubt.
all right.
Yo, everybody have a blessed day, see?
All
All
right.
right.
all
bless up,
right.
King, bless up,
Take care.
Yeah.
bless up.
Where I say, King Man.
So them change it like them I use synthesizers. So everything is mechanical now. It's not organic. You know, like if you're there Jamaica and I play a drum, it's like certain things you feel it resonate within your body.
Yeah.
So them change the frequency to 400, right? So that's a dead frequency. It doesn't resonate with your body no more. So like them start deprogram everything. So them give everything that's dead versus thing that's live, right? Because if you play a drum a certain way, it resonates with your spirituality versus your actual body.
Mm.
So you feel different. Remember that time DMX come out with the Rough Rider anthem, like people did not at the club fight each other.
Yeah.
Hmm.
True music, big man, bring forth love. So it make you happy. It's kind of like the food you consume. The more blood you consume, the crazier you get. The more earth you consume, the more happy and joyous and loving you are. So then with food poison, what we listen to them mess with, what you watch them mess with. So everything you ingest is negative. It's not a
Mm.
balance.
Got you. Got you. I noticed this thing about the videos that they have them online. When you watch the videos, their mouth is running away from what is actually happening in the video. It's like how I'm here and I'm talking to you. Like there will be a delay in the music when it's being played. I don't know if anybody noticed that.
Oh, it just might be an audio thing or like the editing
Yeah,
is off.
yeah.
Like that's
It's the
not
audio.
that
Like
part. That's not really what she was saying. Because they
Right.
mute them out and then they play the music over the whole video.
Yeah, but it's supposed to everything is supposed to match up. It's like I'm talking right now, I see my mouth moving, and my it's like there's a delay with everything that
it could be the speed within the service that's being used, like the Wi-Fi. Like at the time you're watching the video, so it lags. It's called a lagging. Remember back in the
oh
days when you have AOL and you got the dial-up, it
right.
buffers when you go on certain things, so your internet frequency that elevated.
Okay. All right. Now I just learned something. I'm always open for new information. We might not agree on religion, but a lot of things that you say, I can actually relate to it. But
Mhm.
I um I I keep on seeing over and over that they push this hidden agenda on us, and I'm not gonna say it. And they keep on shining black people. Well, yes, well, I don't know why I'm gonna keep on saying black, but King, they'll keep on saying black. So yeah, they
You
keep
can
on putting
cheer.
us
Man,
in
you
a.
can cheer block. My shirt look the same.
All right, man. All right, wait.
Watch my
They
shirt.
I just don't like the kind of light that they put us in.
But you don't
And
like the phrase black?
black. No.
I like to be called black.
Actually, you're
No,
not black. You're like
the
caramel.
reason
I look
why.
at your
No,
Okay.
complexion.
no, but black as a person, I like to be called black. I feel like, yeah, I think that's good because, see, myself, I'm African American. I know a couple of you guys, I guess, is Jamaican. Somebody might be West Indian. Some people may be Hispanic. But overall, as a race, that I'm black. Now, if you want to go into science and say the black is the absence of color, we know that's not what we're referring to. See, they called us colored and they called us Negroes. We called
Do that. What
ourselves
them call it?
we called ourselves black.
No, before that, if you go back, you can Google this. Before they start calling you black or African American, what were you called?
Colored.
Colored,
Before
nigger.
colored, you were mulatto, and before mulatto, you were
No,
Indian.
mulatto is a mix.
I tell you, and you can go back on the application and I look on
Right.
it. Before that, you were called Indian. Then they moved from Indian, native Indian. Then they moved from that, go to mulatto. Then they
Right.
come from
But
then
what
in
I'm trying to say,
88.
we as black people, we called ourselves black. They did not give us that term. We coined that phrase.
We think we give. We think
They didn't call
they
us
gave.
black.
You know what? They gave it to you. So you didn't come up with that. It's just like people running around right now using the word thought, and they don't even know what a thought is. A thought was the first slave, so-called black slave woman that they put on a leash and
Right.
walk around for tourists to see. That's a thought. She was considered a thought. So we thinking we getting these things out of nowhere, but unconscious, they're attacking our subconscious as well.
But a black
I
man
like
wrote that.
so
A
I
black man
see
wrote
black
that
in a
song
positive
trying to
light.
get up in the
I
top
like to
box.
be referred to as black.
Yeah, but
I
I'm
don't
not to your
think like
preference.
there's a slave mentality or anything. I'm a black woman and I want to be
But
referred to as such. I don't like people trying to pick me apart, trying to tell me what I am, what am I. I don't want to hear all of that.
but
I'm
that's
black.
that's on you. I'm speaking for myself.
Okay.
Your experience is your experience.
So
Whatever
what
you
do you
created.
see yourself as?
I am Aboriginal, original man.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Period.
I'll take that. I'll take that. I
There's
think
two things.
that's
There's
true.
original and there's fake,
I'm back, y'all.
right? And the
That's
sun
true.
and the sun don't know
Turn
race.
that
The
down.
sun just energize who's original and it burn up who is fake.
Why am I headphone them?
All right. I'm
Black
taking
star.
original. I think that's cool too. But I just don't have an issue with being black. It seems like,
but
you know,
But the reason why I don't like it is
Mhm.
because in law, you see in law, black holes have no rights. So sometimes you look at it like, oh, he shot him and the cops walk, they get vacation because it's written in the Constitution that
Yeah.
you're still a slave. And a slave don't have rights.
Yo, and kill
Right.
everything in the house, man, yo.
So why would
Yeah,
I call myself black? That's a downplay
you
to my
you know
ancestors.
you know
You
you know
more
just
match the penny than you match my shirt.
you know what's crazy? When I'm looking at everybody here, our colors actually differ. You look caramel a little bit.
I'm
The
dark.
crayon
You a little
box.
bit
My
dark
think I
skin.
blood clip.
I'm dark.
I'm just saying,
Caramel.
nigga. I'm just saying, like, if you're looking at everybody, like I couldn't say you guys are black because black is your shirt. Like your shirt is black. But the system call us black.
yeah.
But the white man go through more color changes than anything. When he's angry, he's red.
But he's not
When he's
white.
sick,
But he's not white. That's a status too. In
Yeah. So
order for
that's
you to
what
be
right.
white,
So I was going to say that.
in order for you to be white, you have to be sovereign. And white pertain to us. That's why I don't like calling my people black, because black means bleak, pale, or bleach. That shit goes to him. It's a status. So every time you call that nigga white, you're giving away your power. And when he acts like it, you be like, damn. Bro, they're Europeans, bro.
yeah, facts.
And you don't have to take my word. You can do your own research on this
No,
shit.
I'm not. So, okay. So you say you're Europeans. Do you see yourself as African?
No. They are European.
No, but do you see yourself as African?
No. You never
But why do
question.
you see them as Europeans?
Have you ever, because Europe is still connected to Africa, Africa is still connected to Egypt. They are still one landmass.
No, so that's what I'm saying. If you don't see that, if you see them as Europeans, why don't you see yourself as African?
Because I didn't come over on a slave ship. I took a plane to America.
But your ancestors came in.
That's how a lot of them see it as well. A lot of them don't
If
see
you
it
look
as
at
necessarily Europeans.
Jamaica, there's a lot of Indians in Jamaica. There's a lot of native people in Jamaica. So we realize we keep saying we came over on ships and we slaves, but when we really don't pay attention, we were already here. If you already have millions of people here, why would you bring them over on slave ships? And nobody ever considered, it takes 2-3 months for a voyage of something that's made out of wood to come across the Atlantic. I have siblings in the military, and they have metal ships that have a hard time coming across the Atlantic. So how the hell them be on a boat, on a wooden vessel, and then bring over what 100 and how much thousand them bring over? Like
Plus, plus,
the man them
plus
lie
who them
up.
kill off. Plus who them kill off. Throw
How them
overboard.
kill my youth, them PLI them I tell my youth.
But that's known throughout history. The white man is known to fuck with history and switch it up and put it in his liking
But
over
we
and over
believe
again.
that shit. When
Not
tell
me.
we allow people for telling
Not me.
who
Not
we are.
You got first. I personally think you got to go to school to learn the fuckery, and then you got to reprogram yourself, rethink,
You said
reteach
it,
yourself back
reprogram.
everything. Yeah, you have to teach yourself back over everything back all over again. You have to do that. I think you should. I think I was telling my wife this the other day, right? I was like, somebody said to me that, oh, I think it was Leon. He was like, oh, you should make your kids go to school and blah, blah, blah. This is that and the third. But I was like, if I don't make them go to school, they're going to blame me that I never gave them the opportunity to go to school. So I think everybody should go to school to go
Pardon me, y'all
listen.
could hear me, right?
Yeah, loud and clear. You
right.
should go to school and learn the things that the system is putting out there, and then you got to teach your kids back over the right things that they should know. Everybody here send their kids to school, right? You send your kids to school, right? King,
Yeah,
you send your kids to school, right? Or you
yeah.
teach them yourself?
But no, I be going at it with their mom. I actually want to homeschool them.
Me too,
I
bro.
know.
Me
I
too. I'm
know,
going
but
through the same thing right now.
No. You see?
Yo,
Wait,
no.
not
You
because
know
of
why
the
I'm cutting you?
COVID. Are you saying on a different basis? Not because of COVID, you want to
No, they
homeschool?
want to
No.
General,
I'm gonna explain.
because
Okay.
Before
I look at
the
school as an
COVID hit.
institution.
Okay.
School is basically teaching you how to go to. It's preparing you
Yes.
for jail,
Jail, yes.
right? And nobody pays attention to that. You ever pay attention when your
The
kids them
same
in the line and them
hallways, the
say, "Oh,
same
stand at the
reform,
square."
everything.
Wait. How is school preparing you for jail?
The same
School
Yeah.
is
way they deal with
One
you.
at a
school is
time,
an
one at a time, one at a
institution,
time.
right?
One at a time.
They program you. The objective is for you to get a job, right? But pay
Uh-huh.
attention, school don't ever give you what you need to survive. It gives you a whole bunch of nonsense. School never teaches you about credit. School never
No.
teaches you about finance,
No.
right? So when you go out there, go to college. The objective is to get the house with the white picket fence. It teaches you how to follow a program.
Right.
The teacher is really the warden because everything the teacher says, the kid has to follow.
You mean the
And
principal?
kids don't have they don't have the mind frame to sit down for 8 hours straight. So what are you doing to them?
Wait, hold on. Even all right, if they don't, if the 8 hours. Okay, so some people are more physical learners. Some people are more hands-on than having to learn it. Like I know for me, when I'm in school, I don't really learn what the teacher is teaching on the spot. I have to take the notes and I have to go by myself and I have to study.
Right?
Right. Now my question is, if you're not in school, what are you doing?
If you're not in school, you're still getting educated. Education don't having a piece
Because
of paper.
if you're outside on the corners, that's not going to help. Because
No. Listen, all right, perfect example, right?
bridge every day, and
Perfect example, right?
a lot of people that look like us, they're just chilling outside because they feel like school is programming them or trying to teach them the wrong way. Your friend on the corner is not teaching you any better.
Saying you're not incorrect with what you're saying. I see
Right.
what you're saying, Queen. But this is what I'm saying. The thing is to take the kids away from 8 hours, right? Give them a break. Especially, I'm a boy. I used to challenge the teachers in school because some of the shit I know they were saying was bullshit, right? So they might drill what they want to drill in your head, and you expect it to be right, right? But I see the difference when my son, when my wife give my kids a break, right? Them work, them get that break, them come back and work. They flow differently, and they're
I
doing
agree.
things hands on, right? They're no longer doing things hands on. If they go to school and my son move out of his chair, yo, he's disgruntled. He's this. So they keep recording that shit. They keep saying like you're a disgruntled kid. They keep a paperwork on you. So if you go to another school, that school may reject you based on them not knowing how to teach you, right? They say boys is lazy. Boys, no, boys are more hands-on. So if you put a man in front of them, they will gravitate to the man more than they will actually do the woman.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I
Because
can
they
see
need
that. I
that
can see that.
masculine
But
energy to.
but
Right. I can
but
see that.
how's that preparing them for jail? I'm a little bit
King,
lost on that.
King,
Mm.
the way the whole structure of school. Like I went to all right. I went to have lunch with my kids, right? And the teacher have them. They squares on the floor.
They what?
I stepped out of the square. He got in trouble.
How old is your kid?
He's going to be 8 in December,
Okay.
right? He gets in trouble. He's in school, yo. He finishes work. He rocks his chair over. He gets in trouble, right? After them fucking programming and keep him in our blood clot box, right? I fuck up him security. I send him outside. What the fuck am I preparing for?
Yeah, but
It's a school is structured
For
the same way as a
patience, though. But for
detentional system.
for
say
patience. Because even me, like I had my niece from when she was like 2 years old, and I would pretty much say she was like a very hyper active baby. But I made sure she came with me to the DMV. She came with me to the hospital. She came with me to run my errands. And she won't get a snack. She won't get a toy until after I'm finished. Because I want to show her patience. She has to
right.
have patience. Right.
Yes, the school is
So just
needed.
like if you told your kid to sit down and they got
Right.
up,
And
you're
they
not
don't
gonna
listen. You're gonna be upset. You're
No,
gonna be upset.
no, I don't get upset because
There's a fine.
we are parents. Your kids have to teach you how to be a parent, King. We're stuck in this mindset like oh, I'm the parent, what I say goes. But did you listen to your mom when you were your kid's age? No, half of the shit you give your kids slack, you bust your kids balls for. You never used to do it.
Yeah, but it's a part of growing. They gotta learn discipline either in the
What form of
house.
discipline are you talking about?
Well, I'm not
To
saying
follow
discipline, but
orders?
yes, they
Anybody can
have to.
follow orders. What kind of discipline are you talking
No,
about?
so okay, so this is the thing. So basically, if you say something enough as a kid, your child may not exactly grasp it, but as they get older, they'll realize, oh, mom was right, dad was
Right.
right. So now they'll learn. I know there's a lot of things my mother said. I looked at her like she was crazy, like she
But then
told
you
me that
said that. But then you say later on that crazy old lady was right.
she's right, and I see that now in my adult years and why she said it. So the fact that my mother tried to reinforce it, whether I listened at that time or not, it's
So
actually
basically, so basically, she did her job as a parent. As a parent, it's your job to guide them.
right.
Right. You're
You can
there.
tell them how to live their life, but it is your job to guide them. Teach them.
But
You
now I
don't want
said
to
no.
will it
Now I
and get
said no with the guidance. But think about what you're saying. At the end of the day, right? Yo, go sit down over there. So when big people find your business and this, that, and the third. Now they sit there. They sit there. Their attention span is. They're still watching you. They're still seeing what you're doing. Kids go by what you do, not what you say, B. And that
no,
was the
and I
same thing
totally
with me.
agree. And
I
I agree with that. And I think as adults, we do make that mistake. We say one thing, but then we
and
do
we
another.
do another.
But that's
Yeah.
on us. We have to be cognizant about what we do in front of the children. But school is important, and this is what I'm
Yes.
talking about.
I think
We
they
know they're
need.
good athletes, but we don't have enough of us sitting down in that classroom. We don't have enough black male teachers. With the lack, I think, what is it, like 10% of the teacher
True.
is what?
I'm not
They're
saying
all
school.
male. You don't even have that. They don't. And then my first black male teacher was in college. It wasn't even in elementary school, so I didn't even have that.
I'm not saying it's not important. I'm not saying school have its place, right? But how much of what you learn in school you use today?
You
Not
don't.
much, and that's why you gotta reteach your kids.
Listen,
You gotta
Right.
So
teach them.
that's why I was talking to you earlier about Brooks when I said teaching does not just ends inside of school. Yeah, you
Right.
can have your own opinion on what school is, but guess what? You can't just expect that you sending your child to school to learn, and that's where it ends. That's not where it ends. As your parent, it's also your job to teach them as well.
Right.
Right.
Whatever
you
they
said
miss.
it
Wait,
earlier. You said
wait,
you're a guy.
wait.
That
I'm
way,
gonna show you.
that way they have different. That way they learn to be more open-minded.
Right.
Basically,
I'm
and
gonna show you. I'm gonna show you something. I'm gonna show you something. My wife's son, right? They wanted to do the homeschool thing with him, whatever, right? Hopefully she don't get mad about me if I tell this. They wanted to do the homeschool thing with her son, whatever, right? And it worked for a little bit, but the kid won't talk. He would never talk. He was just quiet. And then they was like, yo, what's wrong with him? Why he don't talk? And they said like they take him to the doctor. They did tests and all this other extra stuff, and they didn't come back with anything conclusive. So you know what they had to do? They sent a motherfucker to a daycare. Now he can't shut up. They need people.
Because you gotta realize also that I'm not saying when you homeschool your kid, you still gotta keep them around children because they learn by interacting with other children as well.
Yeah.
I'm not saying cut
Yes.
them off from the world and create a freaking robot.
I know that, but I'm just saying
outside environment.
you gotta give them that, because if you don't send them to school, they're gonna have a problem with that. Will say, oh well, my dad didn't send me to school, and look how I missed out on that. I wanted to walk the hallways. I wanted to be this person. It would have been nice if
Shit.
I got nominated as a class president or something like that. They need
All
that
that shit is
interaction with
superficial, bro.
people.
All that shit is superficial.
Listen. Tupac said this a long time ago. They have a school. They have a class in school called gym. They don't teach kids about. They'll give you a condom, but they don't teach you about safe sex and stuff like that. There's a lot of things that the system don't give you, and that's for you as a parent to teach them. That's why we're parents. Our job is never done. We're gonna keep on teaching them till the day we die. You know what I'm
Because
saying?
nobody has the right answers, right? So yeah, you're right. But what I'm saying is you got to look at the ramifications of it, right? I send my kid to school for 8 hours. The teacher now becomes the parents. Y'all don't see that.
Yes, because
The kid gravitates more to the teacher.
No,
so if
no.
your kid, if you don't teach your kid how to
No,
open up to you,
no. Y'all gonna be that parent then no matter
You
what.
forgot.
kid,
You forgot.
if you don't open up to your kid for
Listen.
them to have that comfort, Mario, what Jamaican parents do? Yo, I'm law, and when I say goes, and that's
We know
and
that
this,
some
that,
of them
and the
niggas
third,
is
right.
some of them niggas is backwards though.
Look, but Jamaicans also have a strong saying that it takes a village to raise a child.
See?
So why?
Yeah, but
So,
most of them follow the same there.
but
Not a lot.
I know my parents, man. Listen, for example, right? For example, listen. I have a very good example. Hear me out. I was telling this earlier, right? I was born in Jamaica, right? And I also attended primary school there as well, right? Now I remember a point where, because I was a little smart mouth little girl. I remember I said something rude to a neighbor of mine. I got my ass beat. No, hear me out. I went to go tell my mom. And you know what happened?
Get
got
it
my
out whooping again.
I got my ass beat again. And you know what?
Explain to you why you're getting your ass beat.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they're strong, and they had this strong mentality is, guess what? It takes a village to raise a child.
But
Right.
these kids are not being
Who's the
raised by
village now?
any kind of parent.
Who's the village
Wait,
now?
Wait, now what's your name? King?
Ain't no kid in this. I believe I don't
King.
think no kid in this country is being raised properly. Because
I get what you're trying to say. There's issues with school, King. I get that. But I
yeah,
wouldn't say throw it away. I would just try to modify some of the
Right.
teaching. That's all
Right.
that I'm saying. But I understand what you're
I
saying. There's
respect your
issues. There's
assessment.
also issues with parenting. You know, I'm not a mother biologically, but I'm a stepmother to teenagers. And even when I talk to them, I try to speak to them in a way so they can understand why I'm doing what I'm doing. You know, why I'm telling them what I'm telling them, because I'm not just going to punish them and just like, oh, because I said so. You
Right.
can't, it doesn't really work like that. Now, my husband's a little older, so it's because he said so. That's how, you know, so it's a little different, you know. But with me, I want them to really learn and I want them to understand why I'm telling them, you know, whatever it is I'm saying. But I wouldn't throw the school system away. And
I'm not
this is
throwing it
what I'm
away. It needs
basically
to
talking about.
fix.
And
Yeah,
It needs to fix.
you
this
just
goes
need
back
to
to the movies. If you throw that school system away, like let's be realistic. That little girl parent, she probably thought her daughter shouldn't be in school and she didn't want conventional learning. So she told her to go get an acting gig. And look at the
right.
acting gig she picked up.
Was she there? Was she there with her, guiding her?
Not gyrating her vagina.
That's what I'm saying. Was the parent? You
Yes,
notice?
so the parents were all on board. They understood what was going on. Their children are actually involved in dance. But this was just extremely sexualized and it went too far. And like I said, in France, I think sex is just more, they're a little bit more open about it, a little bit more than Americans. So they consider it just a tad bit more acceptable.
That's just nasty on all
So that's
level.
what the
Fire
difference is.
upon
We're
that.
looking at it different.
Fire.
Oh, yo,
Fire.
Brooks. But growing up in Jamaica, King, you know the older man them, you always gravitate to the younger girl. And, like we were
Yeah,
over
but
sexualized. At the age
11.
of 6, I had grown ass women rubbing on my chest, bro. You see what I'm
listen,
saying? So a lot of shit that we go through and we reflect now in our older ages due to
they still
traumas,
do.
and we don't realize that shit.
You
They
said
So I'm
they
like,
still
still
but in
do?
America,
it's
see
what?
the pedophilia that goes on, like these dudes are sick with this shit. And I'm like, if you touch my boys, bro, I'm going to jail. I'll go serve time for that.
Last time I went to visit Jamaica, right? I went downtown with my grandmother because we were going to go to the market, and I'm seeing a young girl. And when I say young, I'm assuming that she probably around, I'm gonna say estimate 12 or 13 years old. You do have some females who see their menstrual at an earlier age, because I was one of them. But guess what? This young beautiful princess had a kid on her hip and a big one. I want to say 8 months pregnant belly in front of her.
Mm.
So of course, no, me kind of fast, no. So I'm like, I'm not. Excuse me, because while grandma went inside the stores doing her, she wasn't gonna come out no time soon because she talk a lot. I hope not seen it. So, yeah. So I'm like, how old are you? I forgot. I think she was at 12 or 13 or whatever. So I'm looking at her like, and I'm seeing a big man coming. Big. I could call him daddy. Shit, probably older than my daddy. I'm seeing him race up, yo, who left the yard, go walk in the yard, and I'm like, and I'm seeing the same drunker I try to talk to me. And I was about to, I'm not gonna lie, I was smart, I was about to turn to sucking mother, and then my grandma come out, I started pulling my ears for us to go the other direction. But then he walked off, and I guess she disobeyed him again, came outside, and I'm like, who got you pregnant? And she turned and pointed to him. I said, Lord God, can somebody just can somebody stone his ass to death?
One to our parents.
Same thing I'm saying.
Look,
One to
it's
the
crazy
parents.
sometimes, right? Females that come and tell the parents, say, yo, I just got molested. And the mother will beat the shit out of the kid, like, yo,
Yeah,
Allah, I
Yeah.
tell him not
I
do
seen
it.
that.
I
Him
seen
not
it.
do it,
I
or
seen
this,
that.
that. Oh, no, she not do it because of friendship and all of that shit.
No,
Like,
I seen it. I seen it.
I've seen a
I
video on
seen it.
that. A girl was
yo,
trying to
man.
tell her mother that the father touch and she start what nigga. Me say if a man touch one of my blood clot picnic them
First of
once
all,
them once they
That's,
say
that's
First of
great.
I'm
all,
there.
what do you get out of that?
Yeah,
As a child, what do you get out of that? Like, how can you be excited for that? Like, it's greater for me to see a grown woman walk down the street and her ass jiggle versus a child. that don't do nothing for me. So I don't get what these sick ass dudes get out of that shit, yo.
The amount of poverty that's happening back home, you'll be surprised of how much the grown men take advantage of them young
But
girls going
it's
through the
not.
poverty line.
But it's not just there. It's everywhere. Like
Yeah,
you
you're
just
right.
gotta.
Like right now in around altogether, I think in America alone, it's like what 13 million that's missing, grown, young babies, and so on and so forth. Like, in order for that much people to be missing, you can't tell me the government is not a part of that shit.
Oh
I
yeah.
say that all the time.
Oh
Right.
It
I
yeah.
say
earns
that
for
all the
them.
time.
It
I
earns.
say that all the time. They gotta know something. They gotta be part of it. I hear a lot of politician name called up
But
in a lot of these things, whatever, and I just be like,
Even your
these are the
favorite one,
yeah.
that in the office, your office like 8 years ago. Your favorite one is apartheid,
No,
right?
that's not my people's, my nigga.
Your
That's
favorite one, everybody say, like, "Oh, Barack Obama," and this, that, and the
no,
third,
no,
right?
no. The Clintons is in a lot of shit. Them in a lot of stuff, a lot of shit. But they got caught up in some shit in Haiti, and I'm surprised they're not in jail. Look it up. It's all over on the internet.
even the current one is is also a part of it. What? Did you
Yeah.
not see that this man have a whole thing with his own daughter? He opened his own mouth and said that yo, he would end his daughter.
Even the guy that everybody think is good, the
Yeah,
Biden,
Say
he got a little touchy problem. He's loose with the hands.
So, with all of that being said, do you think Cuties is just basically
They promote.
magnifying a fragment of what goes on in society?
yeah.
Yes, I think it is.
So, do you think Netflix should be pretty much condemned for just kind of showing that in a
Netflix
certain
is
light?
Netflix is doing their job. Who should get in trouble is the parents because all of their paperwork is right. They had a lawyer cross-reference it, reference it back reference it, re-reference it, forward reference it, all type of references. The Netflix is good because they're doing what they're doing to promote their thing. But the who should be in trouble is the parents. They the one that should be in trouble because of the nastiness for them to promote.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So Netflix is doing what they gotta do. There, when people say cancel Netflix, you can't cancel Netflix. You could stop watching it. I would never watch that because and if I see my kids watching that shit, God knows, they might get pow. You understand? But them thing they're not supposed to be on TV. You understand? And Mr. People are go crazy about the song. First it was WAP. Now it's this now. So man, everybody's just looking for something to that's trending so they could jump on it. But any man will watch them kind of thing there, fire upon them. Fire upon any man will watch them thing there. I mean, I say, oh, you can be aroused by a 11-year-old. Come on now. Not none of this. So I don't care if she's even seen a period early. Now, man, everybody.
That's my
Not none of this. So.
Yo, you were saying the parents.
They should be in trouble.
I say yeah, the parents, but you gotta also pay attention. The parents, one, two, the Netflix for showing it. I feel like they're trying to normalize it so we will be okay with it. So when it actually happened, that's like it's nothing. That's why it's on the Netflix. I haven't watched this show. I've seen it. I've scrolled across it, and I'm like, why is these kids wearing what they're wearing? Like that don't mean I don't want to see that. I don't even like to see grown women on IG twerking. I feel like leave something for the imagination. I don't need to, you know what I'm saying, like see you ass and nipples out. Like, yeah, live your life, do what you want to do, but I feel like you don't leave nothing for the imagination.
Right. I was telling my wife that the other day too. I said the one thing that I love about women is when they're driven. You know what I'm saying? I like when a woman have something to her. But like when you carry yourself out, you're like a prostitute. I'm like, how can I take you serious? Like there's nothing there to be like, oh, she's sexy or something like that. Everything is already out the road already. I'm not attracted by fat ass and by big titties. I like a person I could build with.
Yeah,
Antanga me know that I look.
I like the mind, bro. Like what Queen is saying with and then she's saying like I like everything. I like her mentality and how she view her viewpoints and how she think. That's what I'm attracted to. Like if I could sit and have a conversation with you, like hours on end, that's what I gravitate to. All that, like, that's fine. If it comes, it comes. If it doesn't, it doesn't. You know what I'm saying? Like for me, like most of the time, I'm like, yo, I could call this girl over to because I'm separated, right? So I'm like, I could call this girl over to get whatever I want to get from. I'm like, you know what? Shit, I'd rather keep going to the bathroom and beat off, and then like, oh shit, cool, my energy good. Like I'm good now. Like I no longer have that lust for it. Like I just look at shit like that. Like why would I take on that energy? You know what I'm saying? Like because people don't even know through sexuality there's entities that flows like
Yes.
especially women the amount of men she consumes if she don't give herself at least 3 months to flush that out of her system she's just piling shit up on top of herself and that goes for men allowing shit to attract to them so we just gotta know like even through that shit sexuality is barbaric the way we do it.
That's a fact. That's a fact because I saw an article on that before. The more man she consumes, like she just have those bodies up on. Like I
It's two
was like,
ways, bro. We can't make this one sided. It's two ways. Like we idolize dude for going out and sleep with a 50 woman, but when the woman do it, we be like, oh, she's a hoe, she's a this, she's a that. Like that shit is childish to me too. Like we one side shit too much. We aim to blame the woman, but society would not elevate unless we elevate our actual queens. See what I'm saying? But this cutie joint as a parent, I don't like it.
yeah, that fire upon that. But like I said before, you can't cancel Netflix because Netflix is doing what they gotta do
Why can't
to
you
get.
cancel them?
What mean, why you can't cancel them? They're gonna be here. I
Oh,
don't. I watch stuff on it, but I don't watch that.
yeah, bro. Was it? What's the name is free, right?
Oh,
What's it called? Damn, I forgot the name. I have the name in my mind, bro. There's
I have
another
others.
thing.
I have other sites that I watch stuff off
Tubi is free,
Netflix.
bro.
The Tubi's now have all that movies them we need.
Tubi has a whole bunch of movies. You
Wait,
just
what's it
search
called?
for.
2B? I never heard of it.
Yeah, Tubi free from anything old
Wait,
school to
2B?
new school.
Wait,
It's
what's
free.
it called?
Them have
Tubi.
them have 2020
I never heard of
movies.
it.
Yeah, they're there. You go download them.
Honestly, I have
Yeah.
Netflix, but I don't use it. I always go on YouTube because I like my African movies. But the next,
You pass
Sound
a
like my
movie there.
mom.
nah. I watch a lot of African movies. I would say I know more African movies than I do any American movies out there.
The African movie them does full of pasa. Voodoos and stuff there. Yeah. Adube. Hey.
It's good
Yo,
though. I
man.
did watch a few though. It's good. It's
Don't
good.
watch traditional movies like that.
And
Yeah.
and speaking about movies too, right? You got to be careful. Like even the Disney movies our children watch, there's subliminal messages.
Oh
Mhm.
man. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
true.
So that's attacking
Agreed.
their subconscious.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. They be putting a lot of you know what I never understand? You got a good show going on, whatever, right? And then all of a sudden, boom, they put in somebody in there that's gay. And you're like, how did
Why you
that
don't understand that?
They're
Wait,
trying
you
to
said they putting somebody in there
they,
that's gay?
they just
yeah,
put somebody in there that's gay? Like,
they're trying to
Don't
promote it.
understand that.
They're trying to promote
Well,
this.
gays run Hollywood.
no, I
Gays and
understand, but
gays.
Yeah,
like, can't you
a
make a
lot.
show without all of that extra stuff?
Why?
But they're trying
Why?
to be inclusive.
You know what
It's
I
not even just
realized?
that. It's deeper than that.
You
Why
know,
you think
you
they're
know what I
doing
realized?
that?
Have you
I
have
don't
you
know.
have you really like examined even your kids' cartoons these days? You know,
Yes, I do.
some cartoons that used to be okay for your kids to watch. It's not those are like child shows. You got to second guess it now because they're showing
Touchy, touchy.
some touch.
Tom and Jerry thing, they know.
Tom and Jerry
Yo,
not inappropriate. Like you said, they
Yeah.
thrown in the homosexuality into it. Everything they're basically trying to shove it down your child's throat.
yo, um,
Yep.
until we look at life, right? We think there's a multitude of races. There's not a multitude of races. There's only one. There's original and there's fake, right? And you can go and look at it. It's about survival, right? They're aiming to survive, and based on the stories that you've read, how they would take our women and rape them, have sex with
Mm.
them. That's how they keep their line going because they're dying out, right? So if they can turn you gay and take your woman and have sex with her to keep their lines going, why wouldn't they do that? That's why you're seeing
But
all this sexuality.
their
They
races,
don't want you to. They don't want you to procreate.
multiply,
G.
right? But even when you do that, your line is not authentic. It's blended with something else.
Yeah,
No,
You know,
anything that your favorite word, anything black touch is black.
I know. That's why I said it's watered down. It's not
It's
for
not
them.
watered down. It's black
For no, it's black, but it's watered down for them.
for
That
them.
if it was if they were the original of what they are and they go mix with black, they're not white no more. They're black.
and even at that, some of them just the idea of the fact that you have the black half of you, they
Oh
still
my goodness, they
they
hate your
still
guts.
did you not hear about the white guy? I don't know. I forgot if it was here in Florida or something. Remember his 12-year-old daughter who he raped her, cut her, strangled her, and cut her throat open. A white man did this. His daughter is half black. 'Cause the mother who he used
I
to date,
heard of that.
is
I
a
did
black.
hear that. And
Yeah,
people was questioning if it was racially motivated.
of course they're racially motivated, and then turned out he's a part of the KKK group, and
Mm.
he admit that he doesn't like black women. So I'm just saying though,
So why did he sleep with her?
that's the whole point, right? And I'm just saying though, just the motive that your child is even touched with a little bit of black blood. You have that much hatred that that you would turn to do that to your own child. What
Hey,
about
y'all know about
doing that?
The Dr. Francis thesis statement, right? Y'all ever read that?
Heard about
No.
it.
I should read the Dr. Francis thesis statement
Okay. Tell me about it.
when
What's that
she
about?
breaks certain things down, like even something as simple as golf, right? Where you put a white ball in a black hole.
Oh,
That's telling, like, they're pretty much saying it's a celebration for a white man becomes a man when he sleeps with a so-called black woman, right?
Mm.
yeah.
And it's vice versa. So like take even the game of basketball, you put a reddish brownish ball into a white net, right? So these things are actually programmed. Then
Yeah,
you take pool, for instance, you have a white ball hitting a black ball to win the game. These people are playing chess. We're playing checkers because it goes deeper within the system for them, and we're looking at shit on a surface level, right? It's all about survival. A so-called black man can screw them out of existence. So what do they start with first? Planned Parenthood,
That's
right?
true.
Then you start putting you start making the man feminine. How do you do that? Give them more soy. Put polyester, have them wear polyester drawers. It affects their genitalia, right? Mess with their clothes, mess with their food, right? Spray chemtrail that has a lot of metals that sinks into the head over them. This alcohol, the weed, mess with the TH and the balance, bro. It's all about survival, and the objective is for them to outlast you. They know who you are. We
Right.
just we don't know who we are.
Right.
That's true.
Think
That's a
about
fact.
this. You say, "Yo, I'm African American." How the fuck are you tied to two continents? Is that shit even legal? Nobody ever thought about that. Africa,
When I
American, it's two
when I
Well,
saw
continents, bro.
what you know when I
Honestly,
filled that out on a when I filled that out on an
you
application, that
can.
confused me at first because
I
I'm
don't
like
blame you.
I'm from Jamaica. How the fuck
Well,
am I African
and
American?
also, on the
Hey,
other,
yo, and the
Well,
funny thing, where you know, Jamaica is not even a real
I'm the
place either.
Afro
You know that.
Caribbean.
What do you mean it's not a real place?
Documentation wise, Jamaica is not a real place, bro. I'm gonna send you the information. Jamaica is still ruled underneath the Queen.
The
There is no
British,
the
the
independence
British.
is false, and Jamaica is a democracy.
right, but it's still a place. Like
I'm
I
not
feel like
saying yes, physically you could touch it, but documentation wise, it's not. It was
But
it was created.
Jamaica gone American now, so we don't
Oh, you
know.
mean no more 5 people to the curry chicken to the jerk chicken? A phone
Them
plate?
first first they were British. Now them pick up American lifestyle. Them my boss say.
Yo,
Speaking of them, I want to wrap up. I want to wrap a few things up. When it comes to the schooling thing, there's a lot of things they don't teach us in school that we need to teach our kids, right? As far as credit,
finance.
finance,
Mhm.
and and
Trades.
trades.
I feel like our kids should get a trade
I was
every
just
three
about to say
months.
that. Right. But with your kids them growing up, if you adapt ish and you, Olivia, if you decide when your kid grow up, make sure your kid get a skill and make sure him learn a trade and make sure him have a career. If him not learn anything at all, make sure say him have a trade. Because
Yeah.
you see, with this pandemic that happened, with this pandemic that happened, a lot of people is out of work. And this bum ass nigga talking about, oh, the economy is good and everybody, this is that and the third. And we have the most lowest unemployment in the history of mankind could think of.
Yeah,
But
sure.
but you will see what happens. I tell everybody this. You will see what happens after the election. But everybody should have a trade moving forward. And it doesn't matter what kind of what you call it you have, because your job can't say tomorrow you're fired. And if you're fired, what are you gonna do? You
Yo,
have
bro.
you have nothing.
Yo, bro. I'm not a fan of dude, honestly. Not a fan of him, but we need to get out of the emotional thing. He's actually getting shit done. Take time out to go read the executive orders that he actually signed, and you will understand how it benefit us. Right? You got to
Now
look
we
at it.
now we're in politics.
Huh?
Now we're in politics. What did he do for what did he do as far
Other
as like
president that ever signed a bill to benefit HSBUs
the
in
what?
history.
the black colleges.
Yeah, what other president have done that?
Obama did, but
He didn't.
Trump.
He did not.
But yes, he did. Hold on. But Trump gave more money. So
No,
that I
he
would
did
say
not.
Trump
Go back and look it up.
contributed more, but Obama did give.
He did not give.
Obama did give money. Obama gave money, but Trump gave more.
What executive order is that?
I'm not sure, but I read up on it. Trump gave more,
He not do
so I'll
shit.
give him credit for that. But
He not
Trump
do
did
shit.
give
Him
more.
give more gays. Him give
Okay.
gays your rights. Him give the LGBTQ your rights. Everything what I get is you're supposed to get. He never did not. He did nothing for us.
He
But
did
let's
two
not,
things.
but,
He
but let's
gave the
not, but
I
let's
don't
he,
not
really
he
like to
pretend
go
that
into
let's
politics
not
because I'm
no,
pretend
just
that
really.
we could
the
talk
black
about it
No, we're not trying to
respectively.
force nothing.
No,
What I said,
whoa,
go
whoa,
read
whoa,
the
whoa, whoa, whoa.
executive
Whoa,
orders
whoa.
and see how
We could
it's
talk. Listen,
beneficial to
listen,
us. You
hold on,
know,
hold on, hold
bringing
on.
jobs back to
Hold
America.
on,
You
hold
know how
on, hold
that
on, hold
works,
on, hold
right?
on, hold on, hold on, hold
yes,
on, hold on.
hold on, man, hold on. Let's not pretend that he didn't try to create many different bills, but a lot of them got shut down. Let's be
So why
real.
didn't he write executive orders?
We could talk about politics. I want to just put that out there. We could talk about politics, but we just got to learn to respect each other's opinion and don't make it look like what you're
No,
saying is
it's
the
not
gospel.
about respect,
That's
and
we could
nobody's
talk about
fighting against what
anything.
nobody is saying. What I'm saying is take time to do the research. I'm not fighting what Queen is saying, even though we may disagree on certain points, because what she's saying is hers. It belongs to her. I can't change her mind.
But okay, so this is the thing. I don't care. I mean, let me not say I don't care.
Yeah, you
I
do
think he
care.
had bigger issues. Trump created more problems for Black by being in office than he
What?
actually helped us. So if you want to talk about the HSBU or what he
So what
gave
such
to
as
Black,
what?
hold on. When he helped, when actually he encouraged, okay, for captains to lose his job for people that look like you who's getting killed by police.
What is what is
Okay,
America though?
excuse me.
What is America though? Was that going on before Trump came in office?
He encouraged it though. He brought more
It
But
was
what is
going
America?
on.
Is a
Yes,
corporation, right?
it
It was
increased.
going on before Trump was in the office.
America is a
It was going
corporation,
on
right?
before,
When
but it's
Trump
going
came
on.
in the
Wait,
office,
I mean, if you go to a job, America is a corporation. It's a L. So if you go to a job and your boss say I need to do A, B, and C, and your boss thing was you can't tell a boss if you do. What am I gonna do? I'm either gonna let you go and make you a customer, right? The thing that I don't like with us. I'm not saying you. I'm generalizing certain things. The thing I don't like with us is we gravitate more with our emotions versus with looking at things with common sense. I may not agree with everything the dude said, but the biggest thing I'm gonna take away from him, he took us out of our comfort zone because we were comfortable when Barack was in office.
That I'm
So
gonna have to
now
agree with.
we're more together now than we were ever because like we want to fight this shit, right?
Yeah, we
We
like.
want to fight
Well,
racism,
not
right?
me, not me,
But
not
how
me,
many of our ancestors
not
has
me,
died
but
for the same shit we're fighting for today?
Right.
not me, but
It
like
hasn't changed.
everybody
So you
keep on
can't
saying.
just blame that on one
Right.
person.
So
Everybody
why?
keep on
So I'm
saying.
confused on why you would try to praise him.
I'm
Exactly.
not praising him. What
Because
I'm
he did
saying is,
something
what I'm saying
positive.
is,
One thing positive don't make you an overall great
what
person.
I'm
It
saying
sounds
is, what I'm saying. So hold on. All right. Pick where you say, right?
like
So you got vote for Biden and Kamala,
Wait,
right?
don't go patois on me. I'm American.
Wait, hold on.
You
So you're
gotta
gonna
keep it
vote for
light. Keep it light.
Kamala and Biden, right?
Uh-huh.
For 47 years, that dude been in politics, right? Mass incarcerations.
No, I agree. Hold on. I don't salute Obama and Biden and Kamala. I don't salute them.
No, I'm not saying salute them, but I say look on them track records. We
I
don't look
already
on track
know.
records.
I'm 10 steps ahead of you.
listen,
I
right now,
already know. There's no
right now,
difference.
the
But look,
options that they're giving us right now, we're stuck between a rock
There's no difference.
and a hard place.
I would rather go for
Trump. You're gonna go for
Trump because
Trump.
the one
Yeah.
thing on my life by him signing that executive order to stop child sex trafficking, that was a plus for me as a parent. And the laws he put into place to indict these people when they do these shit. So it's death penalty. The death penalty is back on the board for people that molest kids.
But California give people the people that's in the letter company a pass.
Bullshit rule, right?
Yeah.
If you make a
They
grown man go sleep with an 11-year-old.
yeah, they get more leniency. So
But the president don't mess with kids, right? Unless the state asks them for help. You know that, right?
I don't know the mechanics. I don't know the mechanics behind it, but that shit just don't look good.
I just feel like
I'm not voting for either or. So it doesn't matter.
credit to
Huh?
somebody that's encouraging for Black men to be in the hands of law enforcement. This has been an issue that's been going on way before Trump, but he's actually encouraging officers.
You said you're giving credit to a black man, okay? Because he said he want Kaepernick to stand
It
while.
wasn't just Kaepernick. It wasn't.
What
just
else did he
Kaepernick.
say? What else?
What else he
Isha,
said
come
about-
closer to the phone. Come closer.
You gotta
Come
rough him
closer.
up. Rough him up.
Yeah, come closer. I can't hear. Come closer. I can't hear.
Like so let me ask you a
Yeah.
question.
Rough
So let me
him
ask you a
up.
question. So if somebody come in your house and broke in your house, right? Whether them skin black or white, right? And them arm you and the police come, them supposed to
But that's
gently
the
put him in the
thing.
car.
If you from the hood, you understand. A lot of the times you don't have to be doing anything. The cops come looking for trouble, and I can
A
give
fact.
you many instances.
A fact.
where I
A
was
fact.
Into court and what happened?
I said truth.
Yeah.
But look, half of the police force them compromise, right? So when Clinton, I used to go to Evander Childs when Clinton was in when Clinton was in office, Bush or whatever, right?
Clinton is a piece
Or
of
even
shit.
Giuliani, right?
Right.
Giuliani is a
Stop
piece of
on
shit
Fritz.
too.
Them niggas is worse than what this nigga talking about right now.
But you have more racism people out here.
A lot of them was more. They were.
So would you?
They were a little more closeted. That's true.
So would you rather somebody that?
It made other white racist people be closeted. I'm not saying they wouldn't fuck you over, but they weren't so quick to be aggressive about it.
We weren't recording it.
That's a fact.
We weren't recording it.
No,
That's a fact. Nobody was recording it.
That's true.
That's true. That's so true. We were not recording it. But what you're basically saying is Trump did not contribute to the increase in police brutality on black men.
I said I don't agree. No, police been fucking us over.
Yeah.
You can't blame upon one man. I'm not saying I agree with everything. I'm not saying I'm not saying I agree with everything this man stands for. Right?
Right?
But who enroll more? This is a joke purposes. But who enroll more black people as a corporate individual than Trump? When Trump was in New York doing all the shit he was doing, were we calling him racist then? When he hang around the Mike Tyson, the different celebrities, and I walk and I come to your neighborhoods and shit like, did we call him?
Listen,
But he changed.
He was actually called the racist several times.
Okay, what makes a person?
Tupac was calling them racist.
I understand. What makes a person?
Tupac was calling them out too.
Listen, all right, so this is my biggest issue here, right? I don't
Stay right there. Stay right there. We could hear clear. Don't move.
Okay, I don't care if Trump is really a racist or not, or if he's just using the race to keep himself in the White House. I don't care if he is or if he isn't. But I do feel like since he's been in office, I've seen a difference in the way white people act, even in a professional setting towards me as a black person.
Yeah, I agree with that.
That's
true.
Have issues as black people in society, but he's not helping. He's playing up on the issues we already have. And black men, I feel like, is more in danger now than ever.
That's a fact.
That I'm saying.
Yes, that's a fact.
I don't think.
That's a fact. Listen to me. Listen to me. Under. Listen.
He denounced the KKK clan group.
I don't agree with that.
Listen.
How many other presidency that?
Listen, more men.
More. And how many? And how many during their presidency the whole KKK clan came out?
But who started the KKK?
What?
What party started the KKK?
You gonna say the Democratic Party?
But that's because it was
so who more racist? Like all these, y'all not understand what I'm saying. All these Marxists is racist.
I know that. I agree with you. That's why when you said what you said about Biden and
I'm saying I can't isolate. Listen, but I cannot isolate one. See the thing what I noticed with us, right? I can't isolate one situation because he does a lot of shit I don't agree with. That's fine. He do shit I don't agree with, right? But I'm looking at the benefits that's applying to us versus everybody else that was in power.
What benefit you talking about?
What benefit?
He signed an executive order bill.
For the what? HSBU? For the school that you don't even agree
listen,
to go to.
That you don't want your kid go to?
Do your own research, fam. I can't sit here and tell y'all everything. Do your own research.
Listen,
because you know it's funny.
More black people.
You know it's the funny thing about right now. You're in New York, and Como is fucking New York up.
We know that, but that's a different topic.
But what are you doing? How you benefiting the next man that looks like you?
I'm not doing shit. Listen, I'm not doing shit. Fuck
so that's
Biden,
the thing.
Trump.
That's the hypocrisy that I'm talking about.
No,
right?
I'm not voting for any of them niggas.
We become victims when the shit benefit us, right? But when shit like you would walk outside and see a black man getting mugged and walk right past his ass.
No, I wouldn't do that.
Yes, you would.
No, I wouldn't.
Bro, the other day I watched a video. You was recording. You was recording this shit while they were doing some shit, and you were saying that's why I'm in a this and that and that.
What shit? You gotta be specified. What shit? Which shit? Tell me what shit is.
Bro,
it wasn't
the
fighting.
video record the other day when you record the so-called black person with something that I'm to them. I said that's why I'm still at certain things. I'm not. We think because the shit at the pan food doorstep. We're not affected.
No. You gotta tell me what it is, and I'll tell you what because they weren't fighting.
It was a video, bro, and in the video it was demeaning to a sense, and you were breaking certain shit down pertaining to another pertaining to another black person. So what I'm saying is,
You
the thing
talking when the
is,
people in back pick up a buckle? That's what you're talking about? No, no. Tell me, call me out because I'm a fix that right now. Tell me what me did.
fix that
Tell me
right
what me that
now.
record because any video me never make people a fight yet. Nobody will
Oh
make a video
shit,
never a fight. If I know
yo,
people them if I know people them when they pan the car and I beg money, I may say why not sell buckle pick up a buckle off the street and let me talk American. I said why you don't take the bottles and get 5 cents per bottle. And I said, and I saw some white people, and I said, I respect your hustle. You guys, how long it take for you to pick those bottles up? And then next time I see two donkeys that was racing, and then they crash. So none of my videos I've ever posted was anybody fighting. I don't video people
bro,
fighting.
bro, I'm talking about the energy you have towards your own fellow man. So it
Wait,
goes back.
What
It goes
energy I
back to what
had?
I'm saying.
What
wait,
When we
hold
energy
on,
I
sat
hold on,
on
had?
the
hold on.
doorstep, we overlook the shit. But
What
if you
energy
walk
I
outside
had?
and a police if a police shoots somebody that looks like you, right? How are you
The
helping?
police won't
Wait,
Are you
shoot
hold
a
on,
coming
nigga.
up
hold
with
on.
ideas to break policies down?
What?
Do we actually have any fucking policies that we can come together and say, yo, listen, let's go together to the courthouse, let's vote in our local elections, and these are the policies that we have to benefit our neighborhoods? We don't do that. We good
People
talkers.
don't people don't have no plan in place. That's true. That's true. I have to agree
We're
with you
good
that.
talkers, bro. Like, yo, we can talk from now till we lip
What they
fall
say,
off, my you, but the
back
action
home,
stuff.
back home and call them tota. Like when I like yes man. Everybody got the attitude. Get rid of Trump, get rid of Trump. But none of you motherfuckers got a plan in place. No disrespect. Get rid of Trump, get rid of Trump, get rid of Trump, but nobody have a plan in place. Just to let you know, more black people get killed on a Trump reign than any other presidency.
You
So
want to prove that? Where do you get your resources from?
go look
Where
it
you
up.
get your because
Go look at my like
FYI,
people them. These
FYI,
white people are
FYI,
acting.
you can go to
These
government.org right now.
the-
More
these
blacks have died under the Obama administration than any other president.
that's a lie.
So if you're speaking, don't
That's a
come to me
lie.
with opinions. Come to me
That's
with
a lie.
facts. Come
That's
to me
a
with
lie.
facts, King.
That's a
Because
lie. More
listen, and
people
that's
dead
the
on
thing
a
with
Trump.
us. We
Look
are
what white people them
emotional.
Wait,
ask.
So if the
so
shit
you
is
know
not on
Obama was
TV,
in
we
office
don't
longer
see it.
than Trump was, right?
It's not
Huh?
real if we
You
don't
know
see it.
Obama was in office longer
For
than
8
Trump was.
years.
You can't look at Trump 3 or 4
Obama,
years
listen,
and
as
then
much as
say
I know,
more blacks were killed under Obama. Obama did
But
8
it's a
years.
fact.
Trump did not do 8 years.
It's a fact.
So, but
Trump,
you do know, do you understand what I'm trying to say to you?
wait, you understand
Obama
what
was in office longer. So of course you're gonna say more blacks were killed. It's 8 years. Trump was
Queen,
there
it don't
for
even
years.
matter. Pull up the
Trump
statistic.
is
All
in
right, we just
office
made
for
that.
They
I love
nearly
also
to
4
learn.
said
years.
Trump's
I love
time.
to learn. I love to learn. I love
Trump's
information.
presidency, the
I'm gonna
2
seek up
years, if he does
information.
2 years, then
All
you
right,
could compare to Obama 8 years. How many blacks?
all right, cool. You're right. Kick me up.
Yeah.
Compare them first 4 years. I love information. Where can I find that information? Where can I find that fact?
What
You can
fact?
Where can I find that information? Don't tell me Google.
no, I'm not gonna tell you Google.
No, you me talk about the man will bring it up.
Oh.
I use Google for everything.
So
Wait, hold
I
on.
say, you gotta say more people is incarcerated underneath Trump too,
But
right?
King, but it sounds like I understand your points, but it sounds like you kind of all over the place to make a point that you want to vote for Trump.
Yeah,
I'm not
we know
voting
you're
for
gonna
none
Vote
of
for
vote.
them.
Trump.
And
You wanna vote
You want to
FYI,
vote for Trump. You
just
know
in
you're
case
gonna
y'all
vote
don't
for
know
Just
the
Trump.
vote for him.
statistics, only
Is this going to
8% of
change if more blacks
only
died
8% of
under Obama?
so-called blacks
Obama didn't go
voted
say
for him. So
blacks killed.
blacks didn't vote
Obama
for
didn't
him.
condemn Black Lives Matter. Obama didn't do
Black
that.
Lives Matter
Black Lives Matter. Where's
an
the
LGBT
funding going?
company.
They're trying to take the
LGBT.
father out of the home. Where's
Don't
their funding going? Is
don't
it
bring Black
benefiting
Lives
black
Matter up.
people?
Black Lives Matter is
Wait,
a
who's trying to take the
LGBT.
fathers out of the home?
Fam, go on their website right now and come back and have a conversation with me and look at their
Black Lives
mission
Matter.
statement.
Black Lives Matter is a
It's to benefit
LGBT
black
company.
people. It's
Yes,
programming y'all. Y'all want
no, it's
Black
not for
Lives
black people.
Matter.
It's not for black people. Black Lives Matter is not for black people.
Well, why do you feel like it's not for black people?
They waste all the
Queen,
money on
go on
campaigns,
their
sweetie.
website right now and
Well, they
look
get
at
a
their
lot of
mission
donations.
statement. It
They
was
get a lot
started
of
by
gold.
gay women. It was started by two
Gay
gay women.
Hold on,
Three,
I think just the
three,
word Black
three.
Lives Matter is a powerful statement in itself because unfortunately, today
Colorless life
people-
matters. That's not a powerful statement within
What you
itself.
said?
Colorless
sounds good on
life
paper.
matters is not a statement within
It sounds
itself.
good on paper. It sounds good on paper.
Queen, If you go on the website right now, them have two woman and one little boy. Where's
Right.
the father?
It's not for black people. Get that out your
Where's
head.
the and we
Please,
Well,
get
gravity.
that
hold on.
out your
They
head.
built it on the basis. They built it after who was it that was shot? And then
George Floyd, whatever. One of them.
no, it wasn't George
No,
Floyd.
it wasn't
wasn't George
him.
Floyd.
It
This was
was.
long before George Floyd.
It started by
but it's
George
not
Soros,
organic.
bro. I need to look up who George
It's not
Soros is.
organic.
Was it? It
It-
was Mike Brown. Mike Brown. The
It's
police
not
shot him in
organic.
the back.
It's
Hold
not
on. So
Where them
organic.
they
funding?
built that on the on the basis and the truth that these
Nisha,
black men are
Nish,
being murdered
Nish,
by police at a higher
Nish,
rate than white men.
But
Nish.
wait. So why on their mission statement they don't have the black man represented on the
Why you
website?
gotta? But why do they have to have it?
Because
Why
if
do
you're
white men
represent,
own it?
if you were
Why
formed,
do black men?
if
Why
you
do
were
white men own
formed
it?
based on
Alright,
a black man, why you don't have a representation of it? So they
Why do
come with the
white men
faggotry.
own it?
So it's the
You
same
know, a
thing as
white man
the
don't own
same
it. That's
people and
you
will
know,
start
George
Planned
Soros don't own
Parenthood.
it. George
George
Soros
Lloyd
donates
Lazaro
a
own
lot
it.
of
Yes, he
money
does.
to it.
Yes, he
doesn't
does.
He
own it.
owns it.
No,
He
he owns
started
it.
it.
He owns
Follow
it,
the
sweetie.
trail. He
He
started
owns
it.
it.
They're even
He owns that
Planned
shit.
Parenthood is even tied to
You
this
guys,
shit.
you are the face of the business, but the
Hold
man
on,
rap,
but you hold on. So you don't think Black Lives Matter is helping any?
no,
It's helping at all.
Who are
no.
they funding?
Who they
Where's the
helping?
funding going
Where the
to?
money
How they
going?
come into your
Where's the
neighborhood
money
and
going?
build up your
It's
neighborhood and
going.
make it better for you?
It's
How
going
do
to
they
the
get the homeless
Democratic
people
Party.
off the streets?
All the
Are they
money
feeding
goes
the
towards.
homeless?
All the money goes towards Joe
To
Biden
who?
campaign.
How
Joe
are they,
Biden
how
campaign.
they building schools to educate your children? That money is
It's
going towards the Democrats and funding big tech companies. That shit
right,
don't
and
benefit us.
and the
I'll say that.
LGBT.
I'll say that. I'll agree with that. That's true. I'll
Yo,
say
like
that.
we look upon all of them. Yo, you know the funniest thing? Every movement where benefits so-called black
Black
people
people.
was started by a white person.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
so I'm gonna ask you this. I'll ask you about King. Where are you? What's your location now?
I'm in Georgia.
Okay, you're in Georgia. What are you doing for your community? Or how do you feel like you're influential as a black man?
My influential as a black man. Okay, one, I have an all male. I have a black group, right? I have a male group that speaks for black men. That's one, right? I start within my household. See, my two sons.
Okay.
I have to give them the knowledge to go outside to be greater citizens to their community versus walking outside with their shit hanging or being a menace to their society. If I see another black man that looks like me without, I feed him.
All right.
Right? There's more. There's more that I'm not going to go into right now, but there's more. I'm not saying like I'm on top of the food chain and I'm doing a whole bunch of shit, but I make incremental steps
Mm-hmm. No,
to
that's a good
benefit
answer.
benefit
That's a good
us.
answer. I just wanted to know how you feel like
Not area, Ota,
Come closer to the phone, ish.
Oh, sorry. No. I think that's a pretty good answer. I just wanted to know what you thought you were doing.
and I'm still
to
learning,
influence people
Queen.
in your
I don't
community.
know everything. I'm still learning. You know, my cup is half full, so I allow things to come in, and I speak to a lot of my elders. I don't have friends as young as me. And I'm saying I have associates that's young as me. I speak to a lot of the elders, and I feel like we need to gravitate back to like a big brother program, right? And teach the younger generation like a better way. You know what I'm saying? Like basketball is not it alone. Like y'all said earlier, we need more doctors. But you see, the thing is, they are black doctors, right? But they don't highlight them.
Right.
They don't highlight the kid that's graduating and going to college at the age of 16. They don't highlight the inventors, the so-called black kids that's inventing these things. They hide them from us. They heighten if somebody walk outside and get shot. In actuality, right? You don't have to take my word for it, but
I'm gonna tell you
statistically,
something. I'm gonna tell you something they highlight. If you was gay and you the first doctor that graduated, they will highlight you. Just like that.
And we know what's behind all of that. Because it's about survival, right? If I could stop you from procreating, why not? You know what I'm saying? They highlight everything so-called negative for us. And we're fighting for shit that we created already. It's time for us to move on. You know what I'm saying? It's time for us to elevate. Like if I could spend $1,200 on a pair of kicks, I can take that money and come together with 10 other so-called black men and create something that's beneficial for us. But you know the thing is, we don't support each other because we tear down each other.
Wait. I'm gonna show you something. I have this kid, right? And I don't know if he's gonna probably see this, but whatever. He has this foundation thing that's and I posted it on my Facebook, right? Let me look for it. Um he posted this thing, whatever, right? And when he posted, he asked me for a little help. So I posted it on my timeline right here. I don't know if I could copy it. He says he's doing a back to school big brother, whatchamacallit, um
Oh yeah,
event.
with the backpacks and
Right.
giving.
October 17, 2022,
Yeah,
19 Park Bronx. This guy don't even have a permit or anything of the sort, but just his his just the thought of him doing this is a big thing.
right.
I'm gonna contribute something. I spoke to this Spanish lady. She gave me $10. I cash up it to him. He probably get like 9.75 or so, but he's gonna do this foundation thing, whatever, right? And I'm gonna probably put like $100 or $200 towards it, whatever, right? So he could buy whatever he gotta buy towards it now. And I'm gonna try to get a DJ for free, whatever, right? Black people do not support each other,
They
right?
don't.
If it's not beneficial for them, or if it doesn't affect them or anything of the sort. You see this thing that I'm talking about here. You know how many people I've inbox about this stuff to be like, how do you feel about the Netflix thing? Nobody at all not come forward. And when I tell people they're doing stuff, you see same thing you talk about, Jaden King. The same thing I talk about that when am I try do to it, they're passing all these different things under right under our nose, and we don't even know it,
I see it.
right? But back to what me I said about the youth. The man I do the man do the local back to school thing. He did it before and he's doing it, and all these people is doing 32 people like. Now imagine if those 32 people gave $10. How much would he have?
And
$10. If all of them gave $10, which even $5, it's nothing. I put my Patreon thing there. Nobody donated except for this one Spanish lady. We don't support each other. The only time we know how to get together is when we have a hate for President Trump, which when you get rid of him, there's
And
no
don't even
plan in
know
place,
why. And don't even know why we don't
right?
like the man.
Right? But like me, I said before, we don't know how to work together as a community. The only thing we know to express amongst each other is hate. Fuck that bitch. Fuck that nigga. I don't like this motherfucker. I don't like this nigga. That's the only thing we know
But
how to
why?
distribute.
But
Because
why?
we're
Half the time they
because
don't
we're
even know why they don't like you, bro.
because just like the great Tupac said, we're taught to hate ourselves. And why
But
we hate
still,
ourselves?
all right. So let me ask you a question. Remember I said accountability earlier, right?
Yeah.
We know what they're doing, right? We know what they're doing. We know what's against us, right? What are we doing? How are we taking accountability for it?
We're
We're
not
not.
taking, we're not, and
So
we're not doing, and you know what we're doing? We're not doing shit but talking.
that's
Most
what I'm
of us.
saying. We're great talkers.
The Tota, we
You
call
know what
them
I'm
back
saying?
home.
And look,
Hype
and
men.
another thing I don't like about the school system is that they teach us how to be great workers. They don't teach your kid how to be an entrepreneur. And I feel like as
right,
parents, we need to teach our kids to get their LLC. I got an
right,
LLC.
mm,
Me. This is my brand. This is my clothing brand,
Yeah.
right? So at the end of the day, if my kid don't want to go work for somebody in the summertime, guess what? Come work for daddy. I give you a 1099. You pay your tax. I put it. I give you that money back. Every time I sell something, a percentage go towards you. You see what I'm saying? So
mm,
if my kid come to me and say, "Yo, dad, I don't know how to do something," all right, let's figure it out. Go build something. Amplify them potential. Like go make something because they're at the mind state where all it takes is just one idea. They could come up with the simplest idea and it could hit for them. You see what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Our parents
because
never did that. Our
they're kids.
parents now is in more competition with us than
Yeah.
anything. They say
Right.
mother
And
at the club I
yeah.
dance with them daughter. They say father I walk with them kids and wear
what
the same
weren't we
clothes.
weren't we
I'm not
talking
say you're the
about that,
father.
Olivia?
Yes, we was. We were talking
Oh,
about that earlier. We really
oh,
was. We
You
were
see what
talking
I'm
the
saying?
exact same
It's a
topic.
okay.
competition thing. It's a competition thing, and we don't own nothing. Them own everything, so therefore we always run and gravitate to them.
Just like
You
the
see?
Black Lives Matter niche. We don't own that. We're just the face of it. You want to see a nigga? You want to see a nigga get something? Get one black man for get the black man as a face, and guess what? We're right. We them in the back and make all that money, and the black man out there make ashes. They if you
But
look
that's
at
not even
McDonald's,
true. They only
look,
do that one way because there's plenty of so-called black billionaires and millionaires,
yes,
right?
but they don't highlight them.
But
They
that's
don't
the
highlight
thing.
them.
That's the thing. We want
Yeah.
everything quick. We want it fast. But you know what I notice?
We don't want to put in the work.
My you they say it's a marathon and a big man. It's not a sprint, you know.
Yeah.
You see me I say? Like even take the dude that create Fubu. It take him 10 years to become an official brand. See me I say? Nobody don't want to do the work. They want it quick so she can shake her body and she get $500 for a picture on was it OnlyFans?
Yeah.
OnlyFans.
Shit, she gonna keep selling her dignity. You know what I'm saying?
But
If
wait,
he could
but
take
wait.
dick pics.
You see, some of them strippers that they have ambition. I saw this stripper. She was a stripper and she ended up opening up her own trucking company. I respect
Hey,
that woman.
hey, man, there's so many ways to get it. We just have to uplift each other and send me the information for that kid. So if I could, you know what I mean, if I could contribute, I'll contribute as well. You know what I'm saying? Because I did a back to school thing with a friend last time where I contributed towards her and stuff like that. Because I didn't have the time to go buy the books and stuff, but I like contributing to stuff like that, man. And the crazy thing, we make change when all it takes is $10. Now I'm saying you
Yo,
get 300 so-called black people get $10, and
listen,
they keep on building. We
yo,
can't clean up our neighborhood ourselves. We don't need them to
they
clean it
would
up.
have. You don't need politicians. We could do it ourselves.
Yeah, but we
Why
don't
do,
want to do it.
why
You
do
know what
we
I
need
mean?
politicians? People nowadays, they need politicians to think shit and live for them.
And them need CNN. Them need CNN to tell them the truth, even when it's a lie to blood.
Exactly.
Yo, hey
Legal man
Queen,
thing.
hey Queen, I love the way you think. Queen, I love, she been chilling on the couch the whole time.
Hey.
She
I
like she
told,
want to sleep.
I told that woman look by
I
and say,
appreciate
what should
y'all.
I do? What should I do?
Platforms like this, we need to come together. And don't get me wrong, like my aim is not to aim to change anybody. The change start within you. So until you want change, you have to make the change for yourself. I
Right.
can't change
The
it.
man,
You know
the
what I'm
man
saying?
in the mirror. Acknowledgement starts at home, and that's what you're doing with your kids. Acknowledge the people them where they in their life. Don't wait till them they just start post all kind of shit. Acknowledgement. Me tell people that.
It's all about the connection, yo. Hold on for a second. Hold on.
All right, we have to acknowledge people and we have to work together. Share the content. Pass it out to people. I really appreciate everybody that took time out to tune in or even just being on a program. But I need people to be a part of what I'm doing so we can spread the message and make awareness of it. Me not like people were afraid. I'm a very outspoken person. Don't when you're afraid, basically them have control of you. You have to speak up for what you want and you have to act upon that. If you not act upon that, it's just gonna pass you by.
That's true.
Hey,
Feel
are
me?
you guys on? You guys on Facebook?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right, because I'm gonna go live and probably a little later or whatever. I mean, y'all could join the group. That'd be greatly appreciated.
What time y'all going?
And dude will tell you like if he needs answers to anything and I could give him the answer, I'll give it to him because information is meant to be shared.
A
So what I'm
fact, but
saying, like that's the type of
people are well
person I
on
am.
on it. People are well on it.
You know what I'm
What
saying?
time,
Like that's the type of person I am.
what time you going on?
Um, Mine's are kind of late, man. You know, I got to go to work on Monday, so I don't know.
I'm gonna be up.
I might do one. I might do one for 7. I'm gonna do it for 7.
Okay.
Can't make it no later than that.
Later,
Yeah, may I go eat like maybe 9 or so. Cause me I go eat, then me have
you're
to
gonna
drop
eat
off
at
my daughter.
9.
No, me I go eat in a little bit. Then me have to
Okay,
drop off my daughter. Then me have to go find parking in
I
peso.
could probably do it for 8. Fam, you Jamaican, bro. Dinner's supposed to be done at 4, bro.
Man, listen. Today one of them lazy day then. Ish, I
I see,
appreciate
man.
you. I appreciate you
I
joining.
see.
All right.
Olivia, thanks for your support. King,
No problem.
we might not agree on religion, but everything else
or
we
politics.
we definitely no, not even that, but we connect with everything else. And two people come in and them come in and then them cut. But me
Listen,
appreciate
I don't
everybody
want
who
you
come
to
in.
agree with me because agreeing with me doesn't benefit you.
No. It makes
No,
sense.
listen, let me finish what I'm saying. Take the information and go do your own work. Don't
Yeah,
take anything I say
no,
as face value. Go do
I'm
your
aware of
own
it.
work and find out what is true versus what is not. Because at the
I'm
end of the day, that's your education.
I'm
Like
aware of
Queen
it, but
said earlier,
don't vote
it
for no
never
Trump.
stops. It don't stop with the school. It stops with the
Listen,
more information you receive.
don't vote for no Trump. That's all I'm telling you. Don't vote for
Yeah,
Trump.
I'm not who
yeah.
me,
I
Don't vote.
swear you in the Brooks.
bro. But he's gonna win
He's
though.
gonna win. I know he's gonna win. Biden ain't gonna win. No matter how much money Lance Lazar pumping at. Yo, you should go up on YouTube and you watch the video them. Have be a commercial about the Democratic Party because
Yo,
they have us so segregated. Them make sure say them people alone see this right here. Them you have when Chuck Schumer, I wanted a black lady, and that's all you see because you know
they're censoring us on Facebook. Facebook is paying people right now, I think like $25 a month to not be on Facebook till after the election. There's
really.
coming to light. A lot of these celebrities people idolize is coming to light. A lot of them are pedophiles. A
Yeah.
lot of them are doing stuff against humanity. A
Yeah.
lot of them is getting exposed. That's why they want dude out of the office. Democrats been using us for the longest, bro.
Me
Of
not
course.
telling a lie.
Of course.
I'm gonna tell you something. The Democratic Party, you think the Republican Party fuck up? The Republican is racist. I'll say that.
Mm,
But they don't hide that shit. But the Democratic Party, them are the most corruptedest party ever.
right. I feel
And I
like we
tell you,
need a new party.
I definitely believe that the Democratic
Yeah.
Party they are so fucking corrupted.
Yeah.
Them act like there is like, oh, get rid of Trump. And I'm like, nigga, you niggas acting like y'all shit can't make party.
Why they
Can
want to get rid of him? Because he's stepping on their toes, bro. He's exposing them.
Trump is bold. Trump is
He's
outspoken.
exposing them. He
Don't
doesn't even
care.
move like a president. He moves like a dude in the ghetto.
if you
Yeah,
see
he
if you
could.
see
He could.
you
Yeah.
remember
Trump
you
He
don't
see
definitely
care.
could.
you remember
He talks how he feels, bro.
He is ghetto.
Trump speak his
right.
mind. Okay?
Look,
That's it.
look,
Trump speak his
if you
mind.
notice, whenever he was at a party one time, right? Well, not a party. He was at some kind of event, whatever, right? And this nigga was exposing niggas. He was like, "Yeah, Hillary. So, what about those emails and about them kids in Haiti?" And Hillary like, "Oh, why the fuck this nigga trying to put my shit out there like that, nigga?" Putting her on the spot.
Reasons, bro. Like that's the thing. They can't control him, right? I would rather somebody that's a racist in front of my face than somebody that's a racist behind my back. You get what I'm saying? But you see, the thing is,
You know
you see
where
the
I
thing
get.
with him is
You know where you
Yes
get.
and no. Yes and no.
where
know
you
what
know.
you
You see,
for.
the thing is, we're so on edge because we don't agree with things that he's doing. We're more together than we ever been.
A
Right. No,
fact.
no. And I totally agree with
Right.
that. And it was so funny because I told my husband, though I did vote for Hillary, I told my husband, I want Trump to win because I
Hillary
think a
not.
lot of things need
Yo, you that try to
Come
put you in
close.
a concentration camp? You vote for who?
Come closer, ish.
to damn it.
Yo, she's
Yeah,
trying to put us. Yo, she's trying to bring us back to slavery, bro.
I
Hillary.
did vote
Nobody.
for Hillary, but I felt like I wanted Trump to win. I told my
Oh my
husband because I think
gosh,
a lot of
yo,
things need to be exposed. I think
yo,
we
them
do need to
wicked
be
enough.
on edge.
Your
Yo, them
enemy.
wicked enough. You
But
know what?
this is the thing. Hold on. This is the thing. This is the thing. I understand what you're saying in a way. The thing about a racist who's open, I get it. You rather know what you're dealing with. But the one who's closeted will hire you.
Yeah.
Like
Listen.
let's be realistic. The one who's open won't give you a phone call. You won't get that phone
No,
call.
they
That
won't. Look at
closeted
this.
one
Have you
will
ever been
hire
to?
you.
I think he's trying to say.
How many
is
jobs?
that- listen, I think he's trying to say is basically like it's not the enemy that you know that you should be scared of. It's the
It's
enemy
the
that
enemy you don't
know.
know.
Next
No,
question.
no.
That's
And
How
that's
many
the thing.
jobs? How many jobs you went to and they ever told you you're overqualified?
Quite a
Never.
few. I've been to a
Been
couple
to
of
a
them.
couple of them. There's like, yo, my resume too sweet. That's
Never
racism.
have I been told that.
That's racism. What the hell is you're overqualified?
Yep.
That
Yep.
don't make
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
They do it in subtle ways. They'll do it using big words.
Yeah.
Trump is talking to us like a nigga. See, you know what the American so-called blacks remind me of? They remind me of the Jamaican blacks. In time my election time and the PNP and the JLP them come and cook up the curry goat and cook the big dance.
Belly lick them.
They lick them go vote. And them not understand
I
that
don't agree.
one.
Hold on. I do not agree. I liked Hillary for what she was offering the teachers
But
union.
Hillary
That's
a
what I was
liar.
saying.
Who was her
But
husband?
Hillary was a liar.
Who was her
She was
husband?
She was.
How
That's true.
many so-called black men got arrested underneath her
That's
husband
true.
policies?
And because of Hillary as well. That is
So what's
true.
going to be changed? She's the same bro that called us super predators and said we need to be wiped out.
I totally
So why
agree
would I
with
vote
that.
for her?
I didn't say you should vote for her.
No,
I'm
but
not
you see,
gonna vote for
she,
Trump.
you know, some concentration camp that I wait for you.
See the way in there. See the thing that is so.
You got his
I
cash
see.
app in there?
I gotta add it.
Send me his cash app.
All right.
Send me his cash app.
Yeah, Hillary a liar and Gina and Trickster.
I do
All of
agree.
them
I
are
agree with that.
all of them are lying. But you see, the thing is,
All of them. I agree
we're
with that.
we're misinformed. We move more off of emotions, right? We don't write policies. We don't come together with each other and say, "Yo, this is what we want." We're so against each other. That's why they can say they outpopulate us.
Right,
You
because
see what I'm saying?
we're coming
But
like
if we
what?
come together, because you got to look at this, right? People that's in the House and the Senates, they start at the local level. None of us vote at the local level. We don't vote for education. We don't vote for Congress. We don't vote for nothing.
Well, I vote at the local level.
Okay,
I
which
do
is
vote.
good.
But the problem with that is this. You have to pick one. You have to be Republican or Democrat. You have to pick one. And
No,
I
you can
want
be. There's a third party. You know, you can be in the middle.
independent. So I was
Independent.
about to say that.
But
So
they're not
I
getting nothing at
actually-
all.
Huh?
They're not getting nothing at all done.
Not really.
That's a
Independent.
lie. That's a lie.
Yeah, no. But let me tell you how it works. Because I was independent. You cannot vote in the primaries if your party's not up. So if it's just Republican or Democrat, independent, I can't vote for either. I can't vote Republican or Democrat. I can only vote in the primary for an independent. So they lock you in. They make you pick Republican or Democrat. And that's why I was saying we need a third party, a substantial party.
So how many of y'all think that this lockdown is bullshit?
Man, listen, this corona shit is, I don't know, man.
So the
Something,
virus is real. It does exist.
something off about it.
But I feel like they are basically exaggerating on it a tad bit.
But now I said,
Yes.
but now I say that exists because Bill Gates and Dr. Fauci have the patent feet. They own the patent for it. That's why they're pushing vaccine because it's big money for them.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that as well. But
but I
the
feel-
virus is real. It's
Feel like-
definitely
but
real.
but you got to look though. When they first came out, they said heat kills it, right? But it has the symptoms of a common cold. So eventually, looking at a common sense perspective, everybody's going to catch it. The thing is, do you have the antibodies to fight it? Are you
Will you develop immunity?
You got to look
That's
at us as a people too. A lot of us are unhealthy, bronchitis, arthritis, lung problems. So it's not the virus; it's the other complications that's killing us. And we're not even about to talk about the one that we are geeked here, because they're compromised. Do you know that doctors were getting 33,000 to say it was COVID people died from? And you notice the number changed when Trump.
So what exactly are you saying? You're saying COVID's not
fabricated.
real, or they're just
It's
exaggerating?
real, but they're
They're exaggerating on it. Not to mention
the numbers are.
I mean,
The
of course,
numbers
I
are.
think they're always going to try to make money and capitalize.
No, they're trying to scare you.
Of course.
And the so-called
They're trying to
medicine,
scare
But
you.
but that's how white people steer. They're known to put fear into people, and it's been working, and they're gonna
But look
keep on
back.
milking the shit out of it.
But look back. every 20 years a new virus come out. When Barack in the office, what was it? Ebola? No,
Ebola.
before that, what was it? When Bush was in office, was it anthrax? Before that, what
Yeah,
else? So think about
probably
it. That's
swine
how
Yeah,
flu,
the
that's
swine
how they
swine
flu,
flu.
win.
Swan
swine
flu.
flu. Yeah,
Yeah, see what I'm saying? When it's time for whatever, that's how they win. Like you gotta pay attention to these people. We need to take control into our own hand and start in our households. Make sure our households is correct and teach our kids the way they need to grow up. You see what I'm saying? Because a lot of parents right now, right? They mad as shit that they pay their kids is in the house. They don't even know how to take care of their own kid.
Yeah.
because it's very costly.
Well, I'll
What?
tell you this: New York
It's not
City
just
So it's
apartments is
costly.
costly.
small.
It's not
Hold
Of
just
on, New
course.
York
costly.
City
Some of them
apartments
is
is
just
small.
lazy. Some of them
Yeah,
just lazy. Okay, it's not just costly. Costly. Some of these parents is acting like, oh, learning only begins and ends in school. Point blank. They're getting
It does.
angry because teachers are now saying that they don't want to, put their life at risk and go into school.
right.
But Brooks, you know her. You grew up with her. You should see the amount of work she putting. I swear, like she's the best mom on the planet.
No, it's
The,
you
the
see,
amount of
you
work she
see.
put into the boys them.
I'm gonna tell you something. What I noticed, and I saw this with my wife, my wife itself. I was like, you see, anytime my wife there, so she's the worst. But you see, minute she left out of dirty New York City, she's a changed person. This blood clot place here, so destroy people. This place here, the stress and so
All right.
this
All
the
right.
stress.
Yo, man. Yo, dude. I thought New York was home for life. I didn't even want to move.
Nah, nah,
I didn't even want to move, bro.
Nah, I want to leave New
nah.
York
I
so
thought the
badly.
same, but I upped and leave. I was like, nah, New York ain't the place. It ain't it.
Yeah,
Georgia, I
man.
was motivated. In New York, I ain't wanted to get no car. The road them so twisted and train the right. I'm like, go take the train and come down here, so everything you have to drive. So yo, you need a vehicle.
Florida too.
Yeah,
Florida
you know
too.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
wish.
when you live down that area, only thing you need is you just need something to pay your income. But New York is very stressful. I feel like I'm in the motherfucking matrix every day I'm here. Like
Yo,
it's
people
it's
leaving,
so
right?
stressful. A lot of people leaving, but they might check people when they might come back. Like if you left and you come back,
Yeah.
these niggas pull your ass over.
But now New York has more opportunities, right? Like getting a job is easier. Like I heard in Georgia, you have to know people. That's not right?
No, New York
That's not true.
you can get a
See, the
job there
cost
quick
of living in Georgia is a little bit cheaper.
Right.
Period.
because
But
there's
I
But
no
heard
you,
getting
jobs
a
there.
job in Georgia isn't easy. It's like,
it's
can
easy.
you
It's
know?
easy to get a job. You just got to have the
Where
qualifications and know how to sell
what
Yeah.
yourself.
Okay.
what job?
Um, but Georgia is more so like a nurse, truck driving,
Yeah.
Like healthcare field.
own business, LLC state.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I felt like when I was in New York, when I was living in New York, I felt like it was harder for me to get a job in New York.
No, New
Yeah.
York, you have to know what you do. You better
You
skill
see what
like
I'm
a ninja
saying?
if you need a job. There, so you
Yeah,
need
it's like in certain jobs you got to pay. One thing I like New York for is the union. You know what I'm saying? Because like my mom did construction for a while, so and the union she's still getting paid, which is beneficial and stuff. I like that. Like New
Yeah.
York is a good place, but it's too expensive. I cannot. All right, this is an example.
no
A
living
can
wise.
of
It
tuna,
sucks.
a can of tuna here is might be 89 cents. A can of tuna in New York are like
It's about a dollar
$2.99.
50.
Which one? Which size?
Well, it depends on which brand you buy to.
I'm gonna eat them thing then no more, but I'll bully beef. Bully beef now I like what
$7
$7.99?
here.
$10?
Yeah, yeah. You know how much oxtail go for? Me buy oxtail too. How much oxtail go for? $6.99,
Yo,
and
yo,
it's
it's
going up
different. Like
again.
and
Really? In New York?
Yes, six ninety
Because
nine.
because I don't think it's that expensive here in Florida. I mean, literally.
Because nobody no dog down me have like that.
no,
But you should
oh
like so like a three bedroom house is like what 1,400, 1,500 a month.
yes,
Where
Right.
yes,
Right.
here's
yes,
20. Here's 21. 21.
Yeah.
yeah. Dung and my youth, a blood cleat. What you call it? What you call it? What you wanna call it again? Where the bathroom attached to the kitchen and the kitchen attached to the bedroom.
Man,
Oh, the
listen, you
studio.
A studio
yeah,
in New York are like $1,200, $1,400.
12,
Yeah.
13.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Manhattan is about $2 grand.
Yeah.
Don't here come and get a lot of
And it's
apartment, my
small.
youth.
It's so much smaller. So yeah, when the
Because
kids are
there's
home, the parents are aggravated.
there's no
No
jobs
lie,
there
no
like
lie.
that.
I love. That's why I love the cost of living here in Florida. I came here right after college, and I got my own place, and
Mhm.
I'm like, damn. I can only imagine. I would have to pay my head, my two left feet, my left hand.
Yo,
But
Listen,
wait, what
listen.
part of Florida are you in?
Huh?
Which part of Florida are you
I'm
in?
in Coral Springs.
Corals. Oh, okay.
Literally,
Listen,
I literally have a water view. The pool is literally right my door.
because nobody no live down there like that. No
nah,
job
bro,
no
you
down there.
bugging, bro. You bugging. There's a lot of people that
Listen,
lives in Florida.
she
See, the
have
thing,
listen.
the thing I like about Florida is the fact that you got all them beaches. Your soil is good, so I can probably go outside
Beaches is nice.
and plant my
People
own
soon
joint.
don't worry.
Yeah,
People
you
soon come down
can.
there.
Listen,
I'm gonna
all
like
the
When
the
you get
snake
fruits,
and the alligator them though.
right, you better whoop nobody and grab your way.
I stay away from the river. Listen, all the fruits, all of my favorite fruits that I couldn't find in New York because honestly they didn't sell them there.
Mm.
I came to Florida and I was surprised that wow they
You
had
got
them here.
your mangoes,
Yeah.
your
But
aki, your
You damn
Well,
right.
banana.
you're not far from the
Mango season
island,
come.
right?
Mango
I
season
see
come.
they
I was
close. They
big.
close to it. It's not that
The
They
far.
islands, yeah.
they're
So
close
Yeah,
to
you have to,
yeah,
Bahamas.
yeah.
I'm close to Jamaica too.
yeah. We like an
Mhm.
hour and a half away from
Yeah,
Jamaica. Right about
People coming
they
to
can go
Florida,
up on
yeah.
the they can go up on the speedboat and boom, 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 boom,
Can't
boom,
get
and they
shot up to
reach.
the water, not you.
Now in Florida, though, the weather
Mm,
changes a lot in one day, right?
yeah.
yeah.
Don't for,
Depends. It
don't
depends.
forget
It
those
depends on where in
snakes too.
Florida. It
The
depends
Okay.
only
on where in
thing
Florida though. Because right now it's hurricane season for us. We get rain.
I love the way they build a house like how Jamaica them build them house.
Yeah, it
When I
looks very
like how
good there.
Georgia build them house out of wood. Florida build them for stabilize for the weather. I think the only
Hurricane.
thing with our phone out on the roof, right?
Yeah, the roof seem kind of it's kind of like a Spanish
Yeah,
style.
yeah. And beneath that I think I zinc.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, so yeah, them I like them housing structure better than Georgia.
I don't know, man.
See,
I see
see,
houses in
look,
Georgia that would have me reconsider.
look, you see, Tuano, uno can live off of one income. Me and my wife have to go out there go slave to pay the rent.
My yo,
If my wife stop work, me gonna say, yo, you better hurry up and get better and go out there, you know.
my yo, you know
Nah,
from when
pay
me I
by
try to tell her
myself.
from when me I try to tell her if you leave New York, man, you get your thing your thing and come along and
Me
do
and
it.
me be like so, my youth.
My yo,
Soon,
being
me
have
soon
nothing for
forward.
hey daddy. We have to drive
No,
dump truck.
yeah, yeah. At least that should pay the bill. If you get me,
I mean, me not denounce it. Me not denounce it.
if
But
you
what
get
I'm
me a job
saying
down
is,
there, me move right now.
what
Get
I'm
me a
saying
job.
is, you get your A, right? And you can come along here and get a dually with a 48 foot trailer and carry cars and make like 6 grand a week versus being there and driving a dump truck and not making that.
Right.
Well, I need to go back to driving school so I could get it.
I don't
That's
know
the
why
only
you
way we
playing
get
with
it.
that, bro.
We have to work on it.
But
That's what I
I
have to
mean,
do.
you have time, so just do it, man.
I don't have no time here. I have to work. What the hell? You think these bills take vacations?
Yo, everything there is no life without struggles, bro. Everything you have to put in time to accomplish what you desire. You see
All
what I'm
right,
saying?
Gandhi.
We
All
came into
right.
this world butt ass naked, bro. If you want the luxury, you have to grind for that shit. Nobody's
All
gonna give
right.
it to us.
Shout out to my nigga Tupac. Rest in peace today. Today was September 13th. He died. I want to say shout outs to my nigga, my idol, Tupac, the late GOAT.
You're
Thanks.
idolizing people again.
I of course I
You
acknowledge you,
can't have
nigga.
to in your book where your book say you can't have two master, right?
That's not my master. That's my man's in him.
You say
Just like,
idol.
just like,
Yeah,
just like,
that's my man's
you
in
know what
them.
I
Yo,
mean
let me
when I
leave you
say
alone.
that.
I'm
That's
messing with
You,
silly.
you, bro.
you
I'm
guys are
messing
my
with you,
peoples.
man.
Anyway, I want to say thank you to everybody that tuned into the Emancipate Show. If you want me to send your copy of this, Jaden, I could do that. So you could put in
No,
where.
sir, Mayo, they show you too long, Mayo. You need to condense it.
3 hours.
You know them, you know the adult them mind frame. The
Yeah.
mind frame, then
Well,
them
we
can't
get off
tolerate 3 hour
topic.
thing.
That's why we don't stick to one topic.
Yeah, we talk about
We was all
politics.
over
Hey,
the place, okay? We was all over the place.
I put it in the box, like send me a friend request so I can invite you guys to the group. Because these conversation is beautiful amongst our people,
Black
the
people, but
different
you don't use black.
ideologies and belief
You don't
systems is
use black
Yeah.
beneficial.
people. Yeah, you don't use black people.
My
Anyway,
yo,
just like all the videos you see me match it up. If they listen to it, then listen to it. Then listen to it.
Yeah,
Oh
but
well. 3
my yo,
hours.
but you know my one, right? We have virgin ears on it, no cursing. All right, later.
All right, boss.
Bring your
oh,
intellect.
Not say a word.
Peace.
Okay, take care, guys.
God
okay.
bless.
Bye,
Thanks
Queen.
to
Bye,
everybody
guys.
for
Bye.
tuning in.
Bye-bye.
Shout out to everybody that played a part and was a guest. Much love. Right
Salute to
on.
the king with it up on the platform earlier too.
My thing.
Oh,
Yeah, man.
bye. Bye, guys.
Ah.